Hey everyone, LJ here, voice actor for the critically acclaimed pop culture phenomenon character Little Johnny. Do you enjoy our content? I enjoy our content, but I also enjoy being able to continue making it and making it better. So if you would like to support us, head on over to vessel.com/the TTV channel for all of our content a week early if you sign up for early access. And heck, even if you don't want to do that, the content is still free. It will come out in just a week and you can still watch it as though you're watching a normal YouTube video. The difference being, it supports us and supports Vessel, which is a great platform. So go ahead, head on over to vessel.com/the TTV channel and get your free trial today. And don't forget to complain in the comments about how much you hate Little Johnny in my voice. I haven't heard it yet, so please, keep doing it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Sync.
Hello everybody and welcome to episode 211 of the TTV podcast. Mardi Gras. There we go.
Okay.
No.
Gosh, come on.
I don't want it.
We can't go one without?
Yes,
One time.
someone has to carry on the torch and I feel I should be the person that actually started that joke.
No, someone needs to put the torch out. Someone needs to give the torch to Michael Phelps and have him do the whole Olympics holding it.
They're trying to infect Brickfeed with it, and I'm trying to put my foot down, but I can't.
No, you're not gonna do
idiots.
that. You're not gonna get anywhere with that.
They are idiots for that. It's just, I
Oh,
really
I
don't like
think you're just being a persnickety pumpkin. Come on,
What?
Cody. It's
What the-
tradition.
Hold up. I want to.
Pumpkin?
What?
I feel like that should have been racist in some way, but I can't
There's
figure out
racism
how.
in there somewhere.
I reckon that
Wow.
LJ's been, like, I don't know, hit his head somewhere. That was a weird statement.
LJ
Okay.
fell off the back of a turnip truck yesterday.
Yeah, he fell off the back of this bandwagon.
What happened was, I got up, I got the call, the LJ bat signal, and then we immediately started.
No, what happens is that you didn't wake up early enough to be on here on time.
Listen,
Then we started. That's what happened.
Is the LJ
called
symbol
you
just a
twice,
giant
LJ.
mirror
I
in the
was
sky?
I was up until 3. I got up at 8. I am now here. I have 5 hours.
I've been
of sleep.
awake for absolutely all of 2 minutes.
Well,
That's a
don't
lot.
worry.
You've been on for
Whose fault
5
was that?
minutes.
Don't
You
worry,
jumped.
good old Papa Nickel, you'll be fine.
Yeah, I will. Alright, so anyway. Enough shenanigans, enough tomfoolery. Let's get
Who are we,
into
guys?
the podcast
Oh my gosh.
today. So,
Who are
Are you?
hi
I can't
everybody.
do that for Brickfeed anymore.
I'm Messiner.
Hi everybody, I'm LJ.
Hi, everybody. I'm John.
I'm Viper.
Come on!
Yo, what's up? This
And
your
hi.
homeboy Takuma Nuva in the hood.
And
The whitest.
today we have 2 special guests. You go ahead and introduce yourselves.
Dial 211 to get Shadowgear, and also dial that same number to receive an Alieraah as well. Hello.
Hello, I'm Alieraah.
Hi guys.
Hey.
That's
Hello.
right. The one, the only. I guess the only.
The two, the
Shadowgear6335 and Alieraah, Mockists extraordinaire from the BioTube community, have graced us with their presence today. For the 3rd time.
Yeah, for the third.
We've hung out. I really it's the 4th time.
Fourth
'cause
time.
we had our great Brick Fair stuff, but
Yep.
yeah,
Yeah.
We had some
here now.
recordings that never made it to the light of day, but we're gonna have
Rest
another
in
one.
peace, recordings.
they were probably the
That was
best
entirely my
recordings
bad.
we've ever done.
They were very funny.
They were amazing, and you'll never hear them. But they were like, if you heard them, they would be like, "Man, this is music. It's not even just a podcast anymore. This is pure."
I am sorry.
Very
music."
fantastic.
It's okay.
I'm
we did it. We did
happy
it just
about
the other
that.
day with Brookfeed 17. We
No,
had to re-record it.
why are you sorry? It wasn't
Yeah.
anyone's fault. It just happened. It just
No, don't worry
Pe-
about it. When in doubt, always get a scapegoat. You me. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Scapegoat.
LJ did it. He lost the footage.
Yeah, LJ lost my
Yeah.
non-existent recording.
Yeah, I went over.
You know, alright.
Yep.
I want to kind of do a callback though
Well,
to Takuma's intro, which probably was the whitest thing I've heard all day. And I heard someone say persnickety pumpkin. So that's how white you are right now.
Gene, right now. Sorry, guys.
I shine
gee,
like the
Jolly
sun,
Roger,
boy.
guys.
G Jolly Roger. That's a title.
I'll
Alright.
darken by the end of the day. Don't worry.
Well, anyway, I don't think I ever said this, but once again, hello.
Hello.
Welcome to TTV 211. Hello. So, this episode, as all our episodes typically are brought to you by our Vessel channel at vessel.com/the TTV channel and the TTV Message Boards at board.ttvchannel.com, which we'll be talking about later on during the show. So stay tuned for that. But for now, how's everybody's week been?
Exhausting. Tiresome.
I'm tired. I'm on a caffeine downpour at this point. I've had the
All right.
caffeine high.
Overwatch!
And now I'm going down.
Are you yelling timber?
I had the worst day, her worst morning I've had in a long
This is
while.
a Kahi story.
Oh no.
Oh, here we go.
No, okay. Well, I mean, all right. So here's the deal. We stayed up till 3 o'clock. Everyone's chilling out, watching videos, having a great time. 3 in the morning, I go to bed. 8 o'clock in the morning, I have a class. So 7:30, I wake up. I do the thing where you wake up and you're like, oh, I got a couple minutes, and it's 7:40, and you're like, okay. I go down. I'm like, I gotta drive. I live on East Campus. I gotta go to the Green Hall. I was like, 10 minutes walk, about maybe a 5-minute drive, and I'm like, okay. I'm getting my car would go. My car's keys are locked inside my car.
Oh.
You idiot.
So I'm like, all right.
Do you not keep a spare?
I did have a spare, but I gave it to my parents to use when I was at their place. So I just came down to college.
I always
Same
keep
here.
a spare in my wallet.
In your wallet.
Except now
I
I've
don't
got
have a
fob
wallet.
key, so I can't
Side
do it
note, I
anymore.
don't
Where do you
carry
put
a
your
wallet.
money?
Why don't you
Why?
have a wallet?
Because it's too much stuff in my pockets. I have a phone case with all my important cards in there.
Yeah,
which
but
is
what
my
if you
driver's license
lose
and
your
credit cards.
phone? You will lose all your cards and everything.
Right, exactly. Except here's the thing. I used to lose my wallet. If I lose my wallet, I check that whenever I have to buy something. And I'm like, oh, where's my wallet? And with my phone, I realize I've lost it about 2 seconds after I haven't checked my phone. So I've never I've lost quote unquote my phone, but I can't find it for a second and I find it.
Yeah, you
but I
lost
haven't
at brick fair
left
for
my
5
phone.
minutes.
Yeah,
Alright, well,
for,
let's not talk. Let's not
three
talk about
different
losing
times.
phones at
Yeah, at least I
at Brick
admit
Fair.
I lose my phone. I lose everything.
Oh, where'd
It's
my
not like-
phone? Yeah.
I know.
It was great when we were
I
going
lose
back
it.
to Brick
I'm
Fair
just
to
saying
check
that,
for Viper's phone, Shadowgear and Alieraah were walking alongside us.
Hello again.
We were
Then
How's
just
it
shout
going?
out to them.
For the 10th time, 11th time.
Anyhow, long story short,
we ran into each other.
ran to
so
my
much.
class, came back. That was it. But it was 8 in the morning. 8 in the morning class on a
Oh,
Saturday.
so that's your
recording this on
story? You
Saturday.
just you lost your keys.
No, I mean
Locked your keys?
I mean basically I had terrible sleep for 5 hours, then I had to run for about 10
poor
minutes
you.
to my place for my class, and I was in the class for 4 hours, and I came back here.
I had
Really
to
rough
exert
morning.
myself physically for 10 minutes. Can you believe it?
What a bad morning.
I had
I'm
to
sorry,
burn
I was
calories.
Given muscles, not gonna use them.
Was I just complaining about going on the internet for 2 minutes after I woke up?
Listen,
That was not
I'm
me.
just
So,
saying.
I don't know-
that
I don't know what
if
you're talking
I
about
make any
exerting
flubs,
yourself.
That's why.
I don't think I'm the whitest person here.
That's myself.
I am. Well.
I mean,
Oh, boy.
seriously, people were asking, man, Mesa, why are you so white?
I saw those comments. Yeah, it's I
Because
don't
he
know,
never
man.
goes outside, that's why.
I totally chose this. It's
He's
yeah.
either
I swear,
indoors or in Walmart.
If everyone here were an electronic device, Mesa would be a solar panel with how much light it can radiate.
Nice.
Just light hits him and he glows.
Solar panels don't radiate light. What are you talking
yeah,
about?
what?
They absorb
They
light.
reflect it.
You mean
Yeah,
like a
if anything,
No,
Take a
not
tinted
really.
window.
if anything,
It's-
VAR
or
would be the
something
solar
like that,
panel.
That would make more sense.
Yeah.
VAR is the one who would absorb most light.
Yeah,
because of
Meso's
his
more
skin
like
color, so he would be the solar panel. Have you looked at actual solar panels?
I've seen
They're
solar
black.
panels, and they are very bright when I look at them.
what?
Okay.
Yes!
Okay.
They're like a tinted car window.
No.
We're going. All right,
Enough
this
of
is
that.
like peeling
They may
a
be
car.
brighter
We're going
than
backwards.
you, but that's not
Just
saying
like,
much.
listen,
I
Have
don't
you
know.
ever
I don't know
had
where
a
we are.
staring contest? Have you,
You
ever
can
had a
admit
staring
you're
contest?
wrong.
This podcast
It's
is
okay.
on
You
fire.
can be like, "Oh, I just said something. I was a stupid joke, and I'm sorry. I just wasn't thinking it through."
You're the
Like,
guy
don't keep-
complaining about exercise.
Okay.
What does that have to do with you being stupid?
Solar
Solar panels don't reflect light. If a solar panel reflected light, it wouldn't have any energy to
LJ
work
and
with.
Kahi
Have you ever
just
had an
Yeah, it
emotional
wouldn't be able
Emotional
to, it wouldn't be
moment
able to
right now.
absorb
Panel,
the
Kahi?
energy
Have
from
you
the
looked
light.
I
at
have
a
seen a solar
panel's
panel.
eyes and been like, solar panel, you're blinding me. 'Cause The sun is reflecting
Why
off
would
of you.
a solar panel be that bright? It'd just be distracting.
Because the sun is reflecting off of it!
That's not reflecting! It's absorbing that sunlight!
Silence! Enough!
Hey guys, welcome to
silence
TTV.
in a podcast.
Special guest
Right.
Shadowgear and
Tear
Alieraah.
this group apart.
Shout out.
I will say that
We weren't
Civil War
cohesive.
II
a
coming
solar
later this
panel
year.
is useful.
All right.
So if you're calling him a solar panel, that makes him very useful.
That's why he's not a solar panel.
Hey!
That's why VAR
Things
is
are
the
getting
solar
heated in the
panel.
solar panel fandom.
Ouch!
So hey,
Right,
you guys,
now that everybody's calmed down.
yeah,
What's up?
you guys see that
Oh,
Tahu
Tahu.
video?
My gosh! What kind of a segue was
That's
that?
not a segue. That's from me trying to divert the conversation as quickly as
Right.
possible.
I've got it in my watch later playlist.
Well, okay, well, good for you.
I watched
Anyone
it.
else?
Yes, okay.
Yeah.
I
So-
skimmed through the video a little bit. I literally have just come onto Discord like 10, 20 minutes ago. So
Okay, in that case, talking stick, mine.
Yeah, you do
Talking
it.
Stick, mine.
Fine.
Okay, so a member on our boards, as well as just a member in the community, I don't know how to pronounce his name.
I believe it's
Kareki.
correct.
Kareki. I said Kareki.
Koreki? Alright,
I would go
hopefully
Koreki.
that's the way it is. Feel free to correct us. He animated a video about 17 minutes long in a span of roughly 3 months, and it's called Trial by Tahu. Now, he's no stranger to doing things like this. He has made animations like these before and put them on YouTube and our boards and BZ Power and everywhere. But this is the longest one that I've seen from him. It's animated in the style of Monog and those kind of cutscenes. It's 17 minutes and it is phenomenal. It is just excellent. He collaborated with a guy by the name of Shadowblaze who did the music, and it's really, really, really good. We watched it last night, and it is excellent. It's a story about Tahu and
Well,
his
no
trials
duh.
and tribulations.
I was gonna say trial
Trial
by
by Tahu.
Tahu.
No, actually, it's about
where
Lee.
Golly
Well,
jumps
the
off a
majority of the
cliff
time
and does
you
a
hear
triple
story
somersault.
called Trial by Fire. There oftentimes isn't any fire actually involved.
Yeah.
Is there?
Yeah, I don't know.
I would say maybe half of them. I don't know if I'd say the
can't
majority
I've
of
actually
time.
listened to a lot
Cite
of
your
stories
sources.
of that title.
Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking of episodes. I'm thinking back like Trial by Fire, and most of them do actually have fire in them.
Oh.
At this point, I actually think that like trial by fire became a thing where it was used more metaphorically, but then people started using it just because it says fire, and it's like, oh, this thing has fire. We're gonna call it trial by fire.
Right.
So, that,
It's kinda like
so it's like it's come full circle.
I always think of like Nemo when there's like you're the Mount Hawaii or whatever it's called.
What?
Magawagi or something.
No, you got it.
Wanahakalugi.
Wanahagalugi, yeah.
Mount Wanahaka.
Oh, and the whitest
Sharkbait.
person
Ooh-ah.
reverts back to you.
Wait, to who? Me? Just because I watch Pixar movies?
Just because you knew that off the top of your head.
Wow.
That's
And the way you said
Where does
it.
skin color relate
You've
to
never
memory
quoted
of
a
movies?
movie before?
Yeah, I don't
What?
think that's relatable.
I think there's racism in there somewhere.
Only white people watch Pixar? Is that what
Yes.
you're
What a
saying?
No.
racist thing
Have you
to say,
seen-
Tommy.
I'm saying that,
Okay.
like, saying
The Incredibles
you're doing
has
a cultural
Frozone, let's not
approximation
forget this.
of a traditional word.
Why is this a
in some
competition
language.
of whiteness?
language.
Yeah, who cares? Who
I care.
who
I really want to be
King
white.
of the
All right,
hill.
well,
kidding.
I'm happy.
Whatever, I don't
I'm so
care. No one here
ecstatic. Thank you so much, Kahi, for judging our whiteness, because you have such an excellent frame of reference yourself.
Well, I mean, I'm the only impartial person here.
Wow.
Oh.
What the hell does that mean?
What?
No, he's got a really good point. He is not.
Hey, Italians have rights. I don't know if you know.
I'm the only not white person here. That's why I can judge all of you.
Yeah, but why did you use impartial as a...
He's totally right.
All right.
So anyway, back to the
anyhow.
animation.
Trial by Time. It's a
anyhow.
very, very, very
It's-
cool animation.
Very, yeah.
We were all watching it last night.
Yes. So
We've been talking about it for a little bit.
yeah.
My thoughts on it are, I feel like I have a stronger attachment to that world than basically anything from Journey to One. Like,
Ouch.
Not even Journey to 1, like the animations from the last year and Journey to 1. And maybe
So all
felt more about...
The 3-month Monog-inspired fan film did more to, like, impress me and tell me about the true values of Bionicle than anything from G2. Yes, that is the claim I will make. So, everybody in the LEGO team, take notes. This is how you do storytelling.
Take notes
This is how
for
you
if
do
you ever
morals,
make
and this is how
Bionicle
you do
again, which you
prophecy.
probably won't.
It's funny too because it is really noticeable. It's one guy using recycled. He did some of his own stuff in it. There's some of his own assets.
Yeah, there are original assets.
But there are original assets, but a lot of it is recycled from old stuff. A lot of it is done by by the original Templar team. And so what he's able to do just by using these materials in 3 months, which is a good amount of time, but it's crazy to me that the Bionicle team could not replicate something close to this nature over the course of 2 years. And I know maybe I'm not bashing the creativity and, the skills of everyone involved. I know there's a lot of restrictions and stuff that this guy did not have when creating this short. But it's really impressive. I can't deny that I feel more from these characters, from the short, than I have the entirety of Generation 2. Any story, any medium, anything. It's just like...
I feel it's also
everything
that
was
the
so
story
rich.
itself in Trial by Tahu, it runs counter to the skewed sense of, I guess, morality or the lesson that Bionicle G2 would teach you about, like, the future being set in stone. There's even a line in there, it's like, then if you don't think you can do it, then don't do it. The future's not set in stone. What's written may change. You have to be the one to make the decisions. And Vakama didn't know everything, and Tahu was a flawed character who had to grow and change. But in G2, everybody's just these static, wisecracking morons. Akimu read the script, and everything is foretold and set in stone, and no one feels any sense of doubt or whatever.
And Kopaka was really good at pointing at things.
He was.
Look at
that! Bionicle
Yeah.
G2 story. That's bad.
That's bad.
That's bad.
That's
yeah.
bad.
Oh, man. So,
The one of the really cool things is he made kind of funny comments, funny remarks toward G2, like mentioning Gally. Gally was telling stupid jokes every so often.
yeah,
And it's kind of amusing and sad in a
it
way
was pretty sad.
because it's
But she didn't do that at all during
She
Journey to
did
1.
nothing.
I think
She
she
made a couple.
I don't think she actually
Because
ever
they
told a
dropped
joke.
their character traits from one year to the next, which still annoys me. Pohatu was
Right,
nothing
drop
like
that.
2015 Pohatu. Galing never told a joke. It was all stupid. But anyway, Trial by Tahu was good. Let's not complain about G2.
All right, Shadowgear, Alieraah,
Like
you guys have any
I
deeper thoughts
watched it
on
this
that?
morning while I was at the gym, and I was continually impressed with just the quality of if you look at this side by side with actual Monog from the Templar guys, it looks spot on. I'm surprised to hear.
Yeah, I didn't even realize it was like fan made until it was like, oh, it's completely different story.
I'm surprised to hear there was original music assets that were put into there as well. I could not tell.
Yeah, I
it's so
find it
accurate.
weird that they
Yeah,
were
it
using
actually
the word
sounded really accurate.
Tohunga.
Well,
That's classic Bionicle.
They did.
They'd-
Wasn't that
Yep.
in Monog though?
Yeah, but they had to
Yes.
change it later on.
Indeed, due to the legal
Right.
reasons and stuff. But I guess this person was trying to emulate that old original Bionicle style.
Well,
I
to be fair, they didn't become Matoran canon wise until the naming day celebration, wasn't
When
it?
was that?
That
2003?
is true.
Or 2002?
well, I mean,
no.
So that would have been-
that's not true at all because there are parts in the in flashbacks where they refer to them as Matoran. So technically speaking, in canon, they don't
Is that-
change name from Tohunga to Matoran. It's always Matoran.
is there? I'm having some trouble recalling this.
It's either an animation or a comic, but yes, there is something where they say, "Hey, we're going to be called Matoran in honor of Matanui."
You are right in that happens. That's not canon. Canonically, it's always been Matoran.
It's the sketchy naming day canon. I understand why there's errors here and there.
Wait, okay, yeah, okay, no, I think I see what Kahi's saying. Yeah, as
Yeah.
far as canon is concerned, it has never ever been Tohunga. That was never
Yeah.
ever once a thing.
They did
Lego's gonna come
include
over
that-
with the mind machines, and they're gonna scrub your mind of any Tohunga references.
I believe that they included that in order to let readers know that they were switching over from Tohunga to Matoran. But canonically, that did not happen. They were never Tohunga.
That sucks. I like the hunger.
I like the word Tohunga way more than Matoran, for what it's worth. But
Tohunga sounds like an animal.
I'm completely and utterly indifferent.
I mean, it's like
Yeah,
Tohunga.
me too.
It's like Tohunga, Toa, Taraga. Like there's like
Oh, you're
Right. That's See, that works.
That's kind of cool.
Yep.
Right.
so I have a dumb
Alliteration.
amateur question
I'm
here.
Sure.
So is Jala
I can
Jaller
answer.
or are they two separate dudes?
No, they're the same.
It's
It's
Jala.
the exact
That's what
same
naming
It's
thing.
still
day-
pronounced
That's
Jala.
what naming day was basically. Is that they just kind of changed the spelling
See,
for some
it
of the
wasn't,
names.
It wasn't so much naming day as it was PR day.
Okay.
So what they did, they had a very select group of names that the Maori said, "Hey, change them," and Jala was just one of them. So it went from Jala
Yeah.
to Jalleer.
Okay.
Same
Hali?
for Huki and Maku, not Hali, and I don't think Puku, and then Matoran.
Was it? Hold on, I'm trying to think. Holly might have been. Yeah, you know what? Holly might have been consistent.
And then okay,
Yeah.
Takuma posted the other names: Nuri, Orkan, Tahuti.
It's okay. Like I used to mispronounce like the names all the time. Anyway, it was like I used to say Nupuru instead of Nuparu.
Yeah.
That
I
didn't
don't
change.
know why, but I also I never noticed like Harley was like similar to Holly. I was just like Holly.
I have
or
two
something
things
like
to
that.
say about
Holly.
naming day.
Holly.
Number one, yeah,
Actually,
to answer your question, you pronounce Jaller as Jala. The pronunciation doesn't change.
Okay.
What were you
Spelling
saying,
change,
Jay?
not pronunciation.
Actually, Takuma, that post you posted a list of names that allegedly changed. That's from PS1, right?
Yep.
That's really, really strange because this took place in. Like, this happened in 2003. This change took effect, and until 03, Nuri, Orcam, and Tahuti weren't names. They weren't used.
I don't believe that's true.
Puka was in the Matanui Online.
Yeah.
game.
Yes, but Nuri, Orcam, and Tahuti weren't.
Were they not in
Like,
Monog too?
what I mean is, they weren't used prior to 03. Their debut was 2003 when the rest of the changes were being made. You know, Maku,
Right,
Jala,
right,
and so on
right.
and so forth. So if BS1 has that information, that's really, really strange because those were not active characters prior to
Go ask,
03.
ask Sword after this.
Well, it's interesting. That might have just been like a change that was like a typo that was then changed later on.
See, what I think happened.
Greg retconned that.
I think those were just borrowed names because those are main characters. They were main Matoran in 2004, the year after.
Right.
And what I believe LEGO did was they kind of cherry-picked some characters from Monog 2. Like, alright, and you're mine, and you're mine.
Well, a lot of those names aren't considered canon, though.
Yes,
or
this
they're
is true.
considered semi-canon, at least.
Well,
Yeah.
their being there is what makes the entire game semi-canon, but the names themselves are not at all.
Right.
Can I talk about something on this
Yeah.
list?
No.
Go for it.
How? So they changed Huki's spelling
How?
from Huki to Hewkii. How is Huki pronounced Huki, but Liwa is not pronounced Lua?
Don't.
Let's
get
not
I
get
just
into
gotta
this.
say,
Nope.
You
There's
should-
no not a you.
He's
it's
got
the
it.
exact same thing.
Nah.
It's the same thing.
Yogurt.
It really
All
is.
right.
Yogurt.
Anyway.
Adidas.
Oh no, Meso, don't you remember? It's Heiki.
Heiki. Oh, my mistake.
It's Heiki.
Or, no, wait.
Oh my
Hiki.
goodness.
Kiki.
Hiki. Yeah, okay.
I'm going to end.
Have you seen Liwa?
Shadowgear,
So,
Alieraah, I got
have
a question.
about the Maori, is it?
Yeah.
I think
So
it's
did they get upset with it because these were sacred names, or was it because they just don't?
Essentially, like Taraga. Taraga was their word for priest.
Yeah, I could. Yeah.
Some of them.
Some of them were,
not
but
all of them.
some of them
just-
were also
See-
just common words in their language.
like I think Tahu was just fire.
Tahu was fire, Poatu was stone, Kabaka was ice, things along those lines. But the issue, it's difficult because a lot of them were just random words, and somehow this tribe of individuals in New Zealand heard about BIONICLE and got so absolutely outright offended at the usage of these names that they had to threaten LEGO with legal action.
Yeah, but
Well,
but
they-
also maybe
they
their
felt it
words
was-
mean more than one meaning. Like,
Possibly, but I think like the main thing was they were afraid of cultural approximation. with Lego. And also, I mean, like, I'm sure that the promise of money might have had something to do with it. Because we know that they never went to court. They was settled out of court, and the Maori shut up about it, and Lego changed some names.
Okay, here we go. I've got several articles on this because I looked into this for the top 10 controversies. And the letter says that Tahunga, the name Lego gives to the co-ed inhabitants of Matanui, is the word for the native healer, and that the 3 tribes represented by the lawyer find this offensive. One of the plastic heroes is called Pohatu, the word for stone. A wizened village elder is called Wenua, which means land. And the special masks of power, which the characters have to find to defeat the Makuta, are called Kanohi, which means face.
Yeah.
So,
We must find the faces of power.
pretty much. So, that was the main issue they had. It was kind of nonsense, and if they tried to do this again, Lego would win every single time.
Well, yeah, they did strike at an opportune point because Lego was facing bankruptcy back in 2001, right? Or 2000. Like, they had gone to a massive, dire financial strait, and I don't think they could have afforded to put their line on hold while this lawsuit drew itself out. And so they're like, okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to settle this out of court. You get some money. You get some money. You get some money. We change some names. We're good.
Everyone gets some money.
Yeah, it looks like the majority of the issue is with Tahunga specifically.
That makes
Which
sense.
is why I mean, you think about what changed, what didn't. Kanohi did not change. Toa did not change.
The names
Tahu,
of the Toa
Pohatu,
did not
Wenua.
change. Wenua
Yeah.
did not change.
So it's pretty obvious to see that, like, you know,
It was
the
very
stuff that changed
specific.
was right.
Well,
Side note, I think back to what Mess was going to ask before, Shadowgear6335. How do you pronounce the Toa of Air?
I pronounce
2001.
the
How do you say
green and
the
lime
name?
green colored Toa of Air as
Right, that
Lewa.
one.
what a twist!
You're to me.
Lewa!
Okay.
So, like,
Okay.
Hold on,
it's
there's one more.
weird for me
Alieraah.
because I used to pronounce it, like, growing up as Lua. But as soon as I joined the community, everybody was, like, wanting to hang me by my neck for saying Lua, so I just started saying Liwa out of habit.
I know that
There you
feels
go.
exactly what happened
Okay.
to me. I still think it is
Here's the
pronounced
thing.
Lua, like,
Okay.
technically.
No,
I just
it's-
say
should
one
be
of you
pronounced Lua.
understands proper etiquette regarding
No, there's
the
no proper
greatest
etiquette.
character.
One
The
of you
greatest character
understands
in BioNICLE.
caving into being wrong, like
No,
LJ.
no.
Like
It's perfectly right.
All right, LJ, do you ever drink a refreshing cup of Mountain D?
Mountain D.
Yeah, every time.
Mountain D all the time?
Every single time. But also, you can't take one instance of a drink and listen, it
All right.
it doesn't work. You don't have an A attached to the end of it. It's not Diwa.
All right, I'm sorry.
have an
Well,
A
guys,
to the end of
thank you
Lewa.
for listening to this knee episode of the TTV podcast.
I mean, it would work if there were an A. If it was like
Niwa?
letter and then EWA,
Niwa?
maybe it would
Really?
work. But it's not.
Are you sure?
You don't have the A on the end, Kahi. It's not working.
Would you really pronounce NEWA as Niwa instead of Niwa? Because Niwa seems like it would be the correct pronunciation, right? Just like you don't say Hiki.
We have precedent for this kind of thing. We know that people pronounce it Liwa.
Have we not had this
And
debate?
we'll have it a
I mean, I
million
think
times
end
more
of the
common.
day,
Just saying.
it just comes down to how we read and speak foreign words using English as the primary language. You know, you see L-E-E,
Certainly.
you think Lee, but you see, like, L-E, and you think lay.
I don't think Lay.
Well, that's just you.
You don't think.
Not everyone in the world consists of
Well,
LJs.
you know what? The majority of the community seems to agree
What about the
with
English
me.
language? Is
Oh,
just
okay.
a-
I'm sorry.
yeah,
I forgot
just-
the majority
Just
decides
because
everything.
the majority agrees, it means it's right, guys. Right? Right?
Yeah, exactly.
You know what? Yes, in it absolutely does. So you know what?
In this case.
In this
so there are other
case,
cases
because I'm
where the
on their
majority doesn't.
side,
Yeah,
it means
because
I
you
win.
decided that the majority wins. Okay, all right.
Here's how this works.
Okay.
We know certifiably, without a shadow of a doubt, that it is pronounced Liwa in very common occurrences. Journey to One, the online animation.
Because Journey to One is a
Mask of Light.
bastion
We
for
have-
truth
we
and an
have-
absence of errors.
What is it?
We have
What is it
seen...
in canon? I'm sorry. What is it? What's the canon pronunciation that's given?
It's
Can you tell me?
No. It is Liwa. Don't even start this.
Really?
Okay. You know what?
Okay,
Here.
please, no.
Okay, fine. Here. Pronounce that.
Gelu.
Go ahead.
Gelu.
Gila.
It's like
You're wrong!
It's like
It's either
You're
Gilu
both
or
wrong!
Gelu.
Gelu.
I don't know. It looks
Wow,
like
okay.
Gelu to me.
It's Gila.
He
It's
looks
totally
like he's made of
Gila.
glue. He may as well be glue.
So, do you want to know?
Wow.
Do you want to know what the canon pronunciation for that is?
Is it
Bring it.
Gilu? If you
What?
say Gilu, I'll strangle you. Fucking
Jella? Is it Jella?
It's Gaelu.
That's what I said. I said Gaelu.
Oh, that's right.
No,
But you
did
can say it
not.
as Gelu.
I did.
It's Gelu.
You know, the proper pronunciation that we have is Gaelu.
Fair enough.
I don't
Okay.
Do you think that's pronounced Gaelu?
know.
No, but I
Well,
also
by
don't
that
think
logic,
Liwa is
you should
pronounced.
pronounce it Lewa.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah, but you see, I don't
Or Lua.
pronounce it Gaelu. Because that's
Yeah, I know.
stupid.
Okay, right. So
Like
Liwa's
Liwa.
stupid. Liwa's
So
stupid.
you have
it's
you have
Liwa.
it's not.
selective
Lua makes perfect sense.
canonicity is what I'm hearing from
Like-
this.
Selective canonicity.
So it's like
Good grief.
Liwa, like like a name, the name Liwa, and you're saying Lua's stupid.
Wait,
Is it Li
No,
Wa
no,
or
okay.
Li
No.
Wa?
Liwa.
Actually,
Honestly,
I-
in my
I will
opinion,
say
it
this.
doesn't really matter. It's just the
I
way it's
will say
written.
this. Lua makes a lot of sense to me. That does make a lot of tangible sense. What doesn't is Lewa. There's no A here.
Yeah, the A. I haven't seen anything where it's like EW. and it's pronounced Lewa.
I will
Never once.
absolutely, certifiably stand by.
You know, it's
Lua.
interesting because
100%.
sometime last year I put up a poll asking people how they pronounce Liwa's name and had all the different, sounded out pronunciations. And the two most common was Liwa being the highest voted one, followed by Lewa.
Come on.
No, that's pretty
Lua
dumb.
fans
I think the only reason it's Liwa is because, to be fair, I do pronounce it Lee Koro because Ellie is
this,
Lee.
This is my thing, and I'm glad you bring this up because that president, like
I thought Lee
President Lee Koro.
sorry, that precedent, Lee Koro, Lee Wahi, it's just an LE, and we
Right.
know that the Koros and the prefixes they intersect with the Toa, so Ta Koro, Tahu, Onu Koro, Onua, stuff like that. So it would make sense that if Lee Koro is Lee Koro, it's Lee Wa.
Fair.
Because there's
However-
no AY here. At all
However,
in any
the thing
instance.
is, the problem is that like that's not how. We don't have any confirmation that's how that language works. Like if you look at like
I understand.
for us,
I'm
we
just
we
saying
have like
this
a
makes
root.
the most sense.
Well, hey,
I
like,
wouldn't
I
say
mean,
I think Lua makes the most sense, followed by Liwa, and then finally Layla, which makes zero sense.
Yeah, okay, see,
Layla
that's fair.
makes
I can
zero
agree with
sense.
that. We are on the same page
Lua,
there.
yeah, Lua makes the most sense because that's how you pronounce anything else with that spelling. If you were just given that, most people would say Lua.
Yeah,
Liwa does make sense because of the Li, but it makes less sense in how everyone says it. Layla, what's up with Layla? Who does what?
See, okay, no,
Why do you
I
pronounce
understand
it
why.
Layla Shadowgear?
It's the
Layla.
same.
Okay, I think there's one thing we can all agree on. Is that going into BioNICLE, the very first year, having one character named Onua and another one was the dumbest idea ever.
I
That was so bad.
That was
Goodness
what's
me.
up with that?
The bane of
Dumbest
my
idea.
childhood.
That was
I
a
mean-
very. And the thing is that they're not even like different. Like they're very similar colors. It's like the Tower of Stone
That's
and the
racist.
Tower of Earth.
There's racism in there somewhere.
Yeah, and then you got Wenua.
There's only racism
Yeah, I was
in
just
there
about
if
to
you
say.
think really, really hard about it and overthink it. Maybe.
Oh, I'm thinking about it right now. I'm kidding. I'm not.
But yeah, so I mean, I understand why they did these pronunciations.
Except for Anima.
Did I-
Pronounce-
right, I'm taking the
you
talking
really just
stick.
pulled a
I'm
copy
taking the
there.
talking stick. Let's move on.
Alright, here's the talking stick.
So,
I invoke my right to it.
We basically check out Trail by Tahu. That's the moral of the story. It's good.
Good.
Moral of the story.
That's the moral of the story. Pronunciation. Go watch Trial by Fire.
Ah! She did it too!
Can we get a? Can we
Yeah,
get a
because
total
she's British,
Webster?
and I was
Well,
raised with
basically,
this thing.
Tahu means fire anyway. So what does it matter?
Fire, but...
Wait. No.
Tahu
It's
means
just,
fire in Maori, or however you pronounce
Maori.
it. Maori.
Yes.
Technically,
So it
it's,
doesn't matter.
Okay.
It's Maori.
This bothers me.
Everyone knows what I mean.
I know what you mean, but this bothers me because I had to do re-recordings on my top 10 because I kept forgetting that we've been told by a member of the Maori tribe this is how it's pronounced, and it's Maori.
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 It's like
Maori.
It's like Maori, but
It's
if
like
you were a
Maori.
cat.
Maori.
Like the chairman, right?
Yeah,
No.
Maori. That's exactly it.
Maori.
Fair enough.
Alright.
That's pretty
Okay, I
much.
apologize. Maui.
That's
Maui.
pretty much the major Bionicle
Maui.
thing
I'm very
for
sorry.
the week.
Mowage.
Bionicle's still dead, but just to prove my point, the
Wait, what happened
But
to your
don't
whole
wait
speech
for
about
it. Wait
Bionicle's
for the
not
part
dead?
2. Bionicle's still dead, but the community has proven my point about the community
we can
being
still
able
play
to
with
do
its
more with
corpse.
the theme than Lego can, even with an infinitely larger amount of budget and a team behind it. So,
Yeah.
everybody,
Trial by Tahu is impressive.
be like
It's very
Parecki,
well
do
written.
cool stuff. So, that's pretty much all for Bionicle this week. There's your fill Bionicle discussion. Nice half hour. What else is going on? Let's talk to our guests some. How are you two doing today?
So I have a story.
Do either of you play Overwatch?
I now have a computer that can run Overwatch, so I'm really debating on downloading it. I'm playing a lot of Warframe right now, so I'm going through that motion.
Oh, I used
So-
to play a lot of Warframe.
We all used to play.
John, I have a story for you. So I forget the day, I forget the week, I forget the numbered episode of the. I think it was the post Brick Fair episode you guys had for the TTV podcast.
Okay.
I'm kind of hanging out, I'm cleaning my
Right.
room, just having a good time, and out of nowhere, out of context, I just hear, "I really love Shadowgear's face."
Dude, it's a great face. You got a
Thank
awesome
you.
face,
But,
man.
Like, I love his face, and then I look up in confusion, and there's a mirror in front of me, and for half a second I had this fear that, like, I'm gonna turn my head, and you're just sitting there with your arms crossed and your head nodding.
Alta's just sitting there, like, touching the face.
Oh no,
Oh, man.
that's great.
Well, you turn around and you see me like,
He was
Oh,
asking me later that
That'd be gone.
afternoon if he had a good face.
Do I have a good... I think I have a good...
well, according to
My
me,
face
you do,
turned into a
so
meme, I think.
There you go.
Almost.
Oh, Kahi.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hold
Okay,
on.
so wait,
Yes.
I have a question. Are you two related?
Oh,
or
boy.
how do you know each other?
Okay,
You
all
don't
right.
know?
Wow.
Molly, do you
I
want to tell
wasn't-
it?
Did you
Okay.
not watch any of our videos?
Yeah,
No!
sure. I might as well tell it again, considering it got lost in the first recording.
All right, do it. Bring it.
So
right, go for
basically, to sum it up, we both met on BioTube. I was actually a fangirl of his. We started talking through Skype and eventually became friends and eventually started dating in 2009, and we are now engaged.
Aw.
A story for the
Woohoo!
ages.
Yeah.
That's great. That's a better love story than all Bionicle things.
But it-
Bionicle. Well,
Better
not
love
canon.
story than Hoogie X Maku.
And it's like that's a heavily summarized version, but yeah, I get comments from people
That's
a
great.
lot
You
saying
mean
like,
Heiki.
"Oh man, you know, I want to find a Bionicle girlfriend like Shadowgear did."
Well, there is one out there, but she already got married. So
Man.
It's like,
Kai.
instead
shout out.
of a gamer gods, I want to buy
Yeah, Bio Girl.
Bio.
Some of them bio girls.
So, all right. So, Shadow, you were doing at that time. You were still doing Bionicle videos, right? That's how
Oh
she
yeah.
found you,
I at that
kinda
point in
snatched the fame
time,
you?
I was doing like full on like mock reviews, set reviews, a couple stop motions, which were hot garbage, but I still did them. And yeah,
That describes. We listened to our early podcast yesterday.
I'm so sorry.
actually.
Also hot garbage.
It's
So here's my story.
This is on your.
Meso is like 12, and he has this southern accent, and no one knows how to talk at all.
Okay.
It's Meso ranting for like an hour, and then LJ yelling random words
No, it was more
halfway
like
through.
it was more like VAR. Like I remember one podcast, I was just walking down this road. I went shopping, and as I was at the checkout, like VAR screamed in my ear, and it made me flinch. It made me look like a freak in front of everyone, which is already something I struggle with.
Strack!
So here's the thing. So you guys met because of the BioTube community, right? And you're getting together, you're engaged, when looking to get married. You do know that the Lego company now owes like a third of like the third of their income in the future has to go back to them. It's part of the like when you sign up
part of
for
the
the Lego
terms of
Christmas
service.
The
it's
seventh
there.
Greg?
The seventh Toa is Rumpelstiltskin.
It's part of that 30-page terms of service that you couldn't be bothered to read.
Oh, of course. That's where they hit me.
Like the CEO appears in front of you. He's like, "All right, if you can properly pronounce my name, then you can have your kids'
See, what you
income
didn't see
back."
at Brick Fair is a couple guys in suits came over and took me to the back door, and they were just like, "Hey, we
They're like,
Oh, that's why the fire alarm went out.
That explains it.
Oh, yeah, was
it
this
was
a story
you.
you were going to tell and got brutally
I
interrupted?
don't even know what I was gonna say." But yeah, it's super weird that like Molly and I say to each other every now and again, like, we met on BioTube. Yeah,
Yeah, because it seems so
met-
strange.
It's just
That must be strange trying to describe it like from people outside of YouTube.
Yeah,
or the
it's like,
internet.
well, when we were both 14,
It's like, so
we
you
shared
know
the
the
same
internet.
weird
Yes.
Lego hobby.
Yeah.
I mean, I spend about an hour and a half trying to describe to my family what a podcast is every time I try to talk about it.
How does it take you that long to describe a
Okay,
podcast?
you would be
I just
surprised.
describe it as a recorded radio.
You'd be surprised how many people
still
don't
don't get it.
understand what a podcast is.
It's
on-demand radio.
"That's true. That's very true."
So I just
I
give
actually
up
have
and
to
say
say,
it's like a
like,
radio
Talk
show.
radio, that's pre-recorded.
I have to like describe it. I just describe it as a YouTube channel now.
I don't
That's how
I don't
say
even
it.
go with the pre-recorded bit. I just say it's a radio show online.
Yeah, that's what I
That's
say
it.
too. I can't be bothered.
It's talk radio.
Okay, where do I
Talk
what
radio.
station do I tune in on my online radio app to tune into your radio station?
You tune into vessel.com/the TTV
Wow.
Look at you,
channel.
how slick.
Tune in for early access, $2.99 a week. Not a week, $2.99 a month for a week of early
$2.99 a
access.
week?
And it's
Whoa, those
$19.99
pencils got expensive.
$19.99 a year. You buy a new pencil every week. Let's be real. It's school. You don't bring your pencils to class. I don't.
I've never bought a pencil in my
That's
life.
because you're privileged.
There's
Anyhow.
no BioNicle anymore, so give all your money to TTV. There you go.
Wow.
Exactly. There's no BioNicle. The budget you would spend on the Winter Wave, how about you just give it to us? It's the price. Actually, a year is the price of one Uniter set.
Price of a
So
United.
$19.99. Price of Uniter, $19.99. Vessel.com/the
disgusting,
TTV
right
channel.
Thank you, Kai.
There you go.
No,
You're
I
welcome.
need to make this better. It's the price of Brutaka. Because that's a G1
Not
set.
Are we gonna talk
not
about this
anymore.
again? Because
Not anymore.
Bertaka for $20
No, it's not.
is still like, whoa.
You mean
whoa.
Braytaka.
I mean, Baytaka.
Yeah. Well, let's do
Hashtag.
this. This
Ugh.
is an old discussion we had that got lost. I think this is how it went. What's you guys' favorite Bionicle set?
Do you stand? Oh, no.
Well,
okay.
the original,
That discussion got lost.
question is, which do you find to be a better Titan set, Maxilos or Brutaka?
I vote Brutaka.
Yeah.
I say Maxilos.
I'm on Maxilos as well.
It's been many years. I feel.
Or is it
that
Max Zelos? I don't. Who knows?
I
It's
don't
a
know.
weird character.
Oh,
It's
here we go.
Mixelos.
Here goes the
care.
pronunciation game. Yay.
Maxilos.
Oh, rip lost.
I mean, listen, we don't care.
Maxilos.
We really don't care unless it's a main character.
It's like
It's
xylophone.
Maxilos.
It's
got
Maxilos.
Maxi.
All right, which one do you guys consider better?
Okay. I personally think that while Brutaka is an excellent set, I think Maxilos edges him out just a bit.
Okay.
Just do the
Okay.
set functionality, the build, the articulation, which is virtually unseen in the rest of Bionicle. The fact that it's a 2-in-1.
He
It's
could
got a-
shrug his shoulders.
What
It's got
What
a consistent
added-
aesthetic.
added articulation did he have again? Just for our audience.
Shoulders, waist.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, he
about
said
it.
shoulders and
Okay,
waist.
he
That's
had
all I
added-
had.
Well, I mean, Axon had about 8 fingers though. that were all.
But all pre-bent.
we've
Like, you
seen
can't do much
Bionicle
with those
sets
fingers.
with-
Yeah, you can't. You like it's like that scene from Fantastic Four, like the original one, where he tries to pick up the ring on the ground.
Oh yeah, I know, right?
His hand
Where you
is
can't
just-
do
I mean,
it.
Hydraxin had fingers too.
Can you imagine
Yeah, exactly.
high-fiving Axon?
That would be really obnoxious.
Tough. Imagine you have to high-five the guy. He's like, "Hey, put him here," and you're like, "Where?"
Well, that would be
He's
crazy
giant,
because
massive-
in the comics, he actually pick up a Paraka by the torso with his
Oh.
hand.
Yeah. He doesn't really high-five people, he just high-fives.
Man, imagine one hand grabbing
He would
around
smack
your
you into
torso.
orbit.
That'd
Oh,
be
that's crazy.
terrifying.
What a giant hand,
Oh,
man.
It'd crush you like a bug.
I would squeak.
Yep.
with his hand.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm terribly skinny, so that
It'd
wouldn't
be
take
like a
much.
jam donut in someone's hand.
These
Just
quotes.
I
squeeze it and
did
all
not
the jam
Ah!
comes
see
out.
that.
Be like a jam.
Ah!
I want you to buy a donut and then squeeze it in your hand and just pretend it's a human being.
Ah!
Just pretend.
Oh, I'm gonna make a video.
A jam donut in someone's hand. They're handy. Jammy.
Jammy
Stop
handy.
All right. Well, yeah. Have anything else interesting been going on? How are you guys' YouTube channels going?
I should. Well, my computer fried. My laptop. It fried.
Oh, that's a bummer.
Yeah. Everything that was on it too is done. So, I'm currently in the process of trying to get back all my original template stuff, like, sorry, like old backgrounds and old sound stuff that I'm probably gonna rip from other videos, which is totally fine. In terms of making content, Molly and I are gonna try and work more on the Gearbox podcast. What is that?
Yeah.
What is that? That's a podcast, and we talk about Lego. I think there's cursing, there's dumb jokes,
Oh, I see.
there's if
Competition.
well, yes, of course it's competition. Well, it's like it's not even competition, and
I like it.
there's not even competition because like it used to be like Bionicle versus Bionicle podcast. Okay, sure, let's talk about this dude found a How in the sewer. That's crazy, right? Okay, moving on. Like there's no news to talk about. So it's like now you guys have focused on doing like TTV as like a general like, hey, what's up, kind of hangout podcast, which is totally rad. I'm liking the transition personally. Personality based, because you
Personality-based.
come to the content for them as opposed to the actual material more often than not. And the more I think
Right.
about
That's
it,
the dream.
yeah. So like the more I think about it, it's like, well, maybe we should do the same on our channel and on our podcast. And I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. I'm debating the idea of doing a game show portion of the show, just for giggles. I don't know.
I would be down to watch that. Sounds
Only-
entertaining.
Well, I
giggles.
mean, we are going to be talking about a controversial topic tomorrow.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Well, hey, if you
really?
if you enjoy it, then
I
why
have
then
seen you
enjoy
at
it
Brick
and
Fair
go through
before.
it, right?
No, you haven't. They've never been to Brick Fair before.
I recognize your face.
Kuma, I don't think there's absolutely any way you could have met them at Brick Fair before.
No?
Yeah.
Why? Is this the first
Yeah.
time?
Yeah.
Oh, well then there was someone there at Brick Fair before.
I get that
looked
a lot.
incredibly like you. Maybe it's like a beard.
It was the Shadowgear doppelganger.
Oh, it's because there's a lot of people with great faces.
Wow.
and Shadowgear's a
Oh,
great
John,
face.
thank you. But it's
You're welcome.
I meant it's the beard.
I don't know. It's the
But
dumbest
the beard
like
is pretty
pencil
sad.
beard. Like it's the dumbest beard in the world. Like if I could.
Here's the
Pencil
thing, all right,
beard.
dude. I can't grow a beard. All right,
Rip.
I've like, and it's like it's one of those things where it's like beards are like in now, and it's like it's a thing where I'm like genetically I don't think I can grow a beard unless I was to go to like maybe like this long trek in Tibet where I became a monk for like a year and I came back and I have my head shaved and I have this massive beard. That being in that environment might genetically enhance my beard growing.
Weird.
My beard growing abilities to that point. But otherwise I can't. I'm beardless, man. I'm like
Master
so.
Greerd.
Oh.
Oh man.
I would like to be a toe of the green. By green I mean money. No.
Of course.
Like Greg Toe of the
Plants.
Ooze.
Cash Moniqua.
So still like this is kind of unrelated, but still kind of related
Yeah.
to you guys. I've seen some entries on our boards for the Makuta contest.
Oh yeah.
And that is ending real soon. Actually, by the time this episode's out, I think it will have ended. I am currently working on mine, which is a bootleg piece of trash that I'm doing so I can get the random art book. I'm hoping that like the random gods will shine
be real,
upon
it's
me
the
and
only
smile
chance
upon me
any of
for
us
Good
1
luck,
second.
because there's over
yeah,
1,500
basically.
entries now.
It's a 1 in 1,500 chance.
I'll take those odds.
Never tell me the odds. Yeah. But that's
guys
that's
entered
what
your
that's what I'm
entries
playing.
yet?
I
You
entered
guys.
mine about a week ago. I don't really care about the art book, to be honest. I'm going for the set collection.
Hey,
Oh,
if you win, can I get the art book? Can I get
no,
dibs?
dibs,
Dibs? Nope, I said dibs before you.
No, wait,
You're done.
no,
You're
screw you.
done.
Wow.
You're done. No, I did it first.
All right.
No
We have
way.
recording. We have a recording.
So,
Fans, comment below right now. Who said it first?
I heard
Let's
John
applaud
I
first.
mean,
your
it all
mock.
depends on how it gets edited.
Who
let's
said
put
it?
the mock-up in the video.
Who won?
Where's a picture of this?
Yeah, no, let's see how low our chances actually are.
Yeah.
Yeah, like look at this. I'm gonna link our boards so you can take a look at the liar's mock here.
Do it.
A tyrant of
yes.
Okoto.
Oh,
Let's
hey,
see
it's
this.
mine.
Let's see how you
Vin's
have-
not here, so we'll give you a mock spotlight.
All right, yeah. Let's do a mock spotlight
Okay.
right here, right
it's
now.
made of glue,
So-
so I can't. I don't know. 4 to 5. I love
All
you.
right,
Venom,
yeah.
I guess.
Wait, hold on. Is that? Yep, that's a prototype piece. This is completely invalidated. You actually you have too many pieces here. We're gonna have to take your mockist privilege away because there are far too many pieces, and like others may not have this many pieces. So
Oh,
it's
well,
unfair
I'm
to them.
sorry.
Oh, LJ.
So
Someone
You were in a
still
video
salty,
on
man.
this.
it's disqualified.
You had your time.
That being said, though, okay, I like the tail. That's a cool
That's
tail.
probably my favorite
That's
part of
really-
this whole thing is the Zamor
Yeah.
tail. That looks good.
That
That Zamor tail is pretty awesome, and
Oh,
also how
yeah.
you make the centaur build.
this entire thing is just really, really cool.
In terms of the build, I forget Vince's scale. 4 out
Isn't
of
it
5.
like 7? Oh, 5? Is it 5?
Yeah, I think it's 5. I don't know.
Fun fact: I don't watch the mock,
Why?
so I don't know.
It's
It's a
okay.
great show. It's a great show. I just don't mock, and therefore, like,
Maybe if you watched it, you'd
I
become
just-
a better
I don't
mockist.
always watch
How
it.
about
maybe I would. I'm actually gonna watch. I'm gonna binge watch the mock spotlight as I'm making my my bootleg trash Makuta mock. I'm calling it Makuta Master of Trash, by the way. That is not a joke. That is what I'll be actually be calling it. But this mock itself, this design, I love this design because like it actually gives Makuta like a form that seems menacing and cool and like kind of evil that you don't see in any other set.
that? Yeah.
Or any other like thing on Okoto. Like if I saw Makuta, if this is the Makuta that emerged out of the portal, I'd be like, "Whoa, holy crap!
You know it.
That is a menace." Instead of like
So we
just
got
another
like a
Titan,
ghost type thing.
you know. But I mean, that not to knock the Titan by the way. We had that built. That was cool. I'm just saying that like I like the concept of this like kind of monstrous creature more.
That reminds me
For our
of
ultimate
Titan
villain.
Makuta. This is kind of a segue from the Makuta contest. I just need to mention it for those who are unaware. There is a set designer who's on our message boards, TTV Message Boards. I forget his name at the moment. Someone help me here. What is his name?
Ah, fudge. Why'd you do this?
Put me on the
Lua.
spot.
Isn't it Nicholas van Stagnite or something? I do not understand his full name.
He's gonna get so
Pardon
offended.
me, sir.
Can you imagine
but
someone?
he has graced our
imagine
message
someone-
boards with his presence, and he has been assisting in a fantastic project, the Let's Build Overlord Makuta topic. Because we got Journey to 1 Makuta done. We got the official model, but there was another one that people gravitated towards in that video. It was the purple and black Overlord Makuta with the cloth pieces or whatever. And he posted deconstructed pictures of that Makuta mock, so people can now attempt to replicate it on their own, and people are
What a
making
nice
really
guy.
good progress at it too.
I really like that. That's
Yeah,
actually
no,
really cool.
he was even so nice as to give us those pieces, like the recolored pieces. We don't actually have. Oh,
Oh,
this is a
come
different
on.
one.
There's a limit.
Oh come
There's
on!
a limit to
Be
how
like
much he
you
can
can't.
do.
I'm sorry that he didn't
So,
have
hold-
enough
hold on,
money
hold on. No, no,
to
no,
just
no, no,
send
no.
these pieces to
I
everyone
was
that
thinking
wanted
of a
them.
different Makuta. This is not the same Makuta because these guys never actually showed me. They just said Overlord Makuta, guys. Like I'm expected to know what that looks like. This is the other Makuta
I mean, wait,
because there are two
Sure.
purple and gold Makutas.
which...
One of them sits on a throne of skulls.
Oh,
Oh,
that
right.
one. Wow.
and has very specific recolored
This one has
pieces, like
exclusives as well that I do not believe have come out, so the point still stands. But
even still, it was so very, very nice of him to post these.
Yeah, no, I mean, well, yeah. Don't,
I just wanted to mention
it's
it
really
because
cool.
like this was my favorite of the mocks that we were shown, and like I didn't think I'd ever be able to actually build it, but maybe there's a chance now.
I do like the Throne of Skulls, though. I like that imagery a lot.
Yeah.
I think that's really cool. And some of the... I'm actually looking forward to seeing all the Mikuda.
Mikuda?
Mikuda.
Mikuda.
And
Mikuda,
that's how
Mikuda.
I mean, like,
I thought it was
M.A.
Makuni.
pronounced... I mean, it's...
So, like,
If
Yeah.
L-W can be pronounced lay, then, like, M.A. can maybe pronounce me.
Hakuna
Mikuda
Mikuda.
Mox-
Wow.
Wow. Makuda mocks at the end of this contest. I'm actually really interested in looking through all of them, seeing which one I enjoy the most. Because I think there are going to be a lot of great mocks in this, and I'm interested to see how they take on this concept of the big villain.
Definitely.
And
Hey,
turn him
Messa.
into...
Yes.
I know you've been posting pictures about it in the community. You have some of the 3D printed mopes
Yes.
made by.
I suppose I should mention this.
We'll talk about that in depth soon, but how close is it to these pictures?
Very,
here where we
very,
can
very
see it?
close, I would say. I believe there may be one or two small things that are off. I can't verify. I could be wrong. It's just an angling issue. Someone more adept at analysis and design would probably be able to make that claim one way or the other. So don't take my word for it. But I'm very, very content with the one that I recently received, which was the Titan Scale mope, which is designed to work with the Titan Makuta from Journey to One, not really much else. And then I also got an acrylic V2 model before he refined it and tweaked it some more. I'm thinking of getting a third villager size mask, also in black, for use and
My
stuff. I
goodness.
gotta support this, man.
This was made by Cyberhand, and he's like making his way up the community ladder right now, because not only did he make that, but he made my mask.
Yes, he
my
did.
new one.
LJ's
He's a
new
great
mask.
guy.
The guy is very,
Very
cool. You should
talented.
all support
Very
him
talented individual.
and buy all the mopes because he's giving us the bionicle closure that we would otherwise not have.
Yep.
So it's pretty nice.
The mask of Ultimate Power is an interesting design. I don't like. I feel like it's still being worked on when we got this.
Oh, definitely.
This version of it, and so like, I like how it looks.
I
but
think
feel
the
like it
eyes
could be
are too
refined
far
a lot more.
apart,
And it probably
honestly.
would have.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like the way like the some of the spikes seem to be kind of inconsequential.
It's very plainly
Out
a
there.
prototype model. I got a feeling they would have tweaked it quite a lot if it had actually gotten to that stage. But we don't even get to that stage. Hooray!
Yay.
Wow.
Oh, bionicle. I'm still trying to find that set designer because I don't want to like just not give his correct name. Okay, Nick
I ask
van
you guys a question that just
Slagmat,
came
I
to me?
believe is how you
No.
pronounce it.
Okay, awesome. I'm ignoring you. So do you guys remember how in the graphic novel they showed how the masks were made? Does anyone remember that exact process?
It was
the new
crystals,
masks in
right?
G2? It was crystals,
really?
right?
I don't know.
Well,
That's
the
exactly what I
elemental-
said.
Yeah,
wait,
it was
wait,
literally like a repeat. Is this crystals, right?
It's
That goes
crystals,
on.
right?
Wait,
It's
wait.
crystals, right?
Now it's been repeated like 6 times.
Wait.
Well, that's
don't
why I
understand
asked
what
it
you're
back.
saying. Ask me again. I'll know.
What?
All right, sure. So how were the masks made in G2?
They were forged.
They
How?
were forged.
Yeah.
Out of
I mean,
what?
I'm serious. Like, you have metal. They poured molten metal into molds, and then brought it out, cooled it, brought the mold out, and then refined it with a hammer.
You know, I
that's the
just couldn't
process.
have figured that out on my own. Thank you so much.
Wait,
LJ.
wait.
I'm not talking to you, lady. I'm talking to
talking
this
to
guy
you.
who asked the question.
Wait, so wasn't there something with the elemental creatures, and the elemental creatures had to give
See,
something
if
to
you're
them?
see, I just told you how they made the masks. You never asked how they were
Asked.
elemental. Yeah, how
That's okay. Fine.
Listen,
I'm pretty
here's
sure
the
that they
issue.
only told
Here's
us
the
about the
issue.
masks of power to begin with. I don't
Here's
think they
the
actually told us
issue.
how to make the normal masks.
You said masks, and in G2, masks, it's either they're powered or they aren't.
Yeah,
Because
okay,
you got
semantics.
Masks, and then you have
Yeah,
masks
okay,
of
listen,
power.
you just try. Alright, just cool. Just stop being a.
Listen, I'm just
Tell- say
telling
how
you
that's
how
with
it
that.
is. This
No,
is the
just
case.
say how it's
you
actually
have
done.
to
Just-
be specific here.
Alright, I'm being specific. What is the mask of power? The one I'm
Same-
actually talking
same
about, and what
process.
anyone would be talking about.
Same process. The only difference is, yes, they take an elemental crystal, which is made by one of the elemental creatures.
So it is crystals. You just went on that tangent. All right, awesome. That's what I wanted to know. Because wasn't the Massacration
They
said
just
to be
hold
made
the
out
two
of
close
gold
together
and pure
they
magic?
just kind of kiss and merge. That's how.
No,
it's
I'm
done.
saying, okay, listen. Wasn't originally said that the Massacration was made out of gold and pure magic?
With magic and gold.
Magic and gold. It was forged from magic and gold,
in
right?
The original teaser. Actually, fun fact: the 2-year anniversary, 3-year, the 3-year, no,
You're close.
no, yes, the 3-year, the 3-year anniversary of that announcement is coming up this month.
The 3-year no, it's only the 2-year, right?
The 3-year anniversary of the announcement for Bionicle's return is coming up this
It's
month.
2016.
Yeah.
Wait.
It's 2016. It was announced in 2014. That's only 2 years.
14.
So wait, it was revealed at New York Comic Con of 2014.
Well,
Right.
it had a spot at New York Comic Con, but it was revealed September 19th.
Okay, sure, but that's
that's
the
still
only
only
the
been 2
second
years.
anniversary.
Still 2 years.
You're trying to gloss over the fact you don't know how to count.
I never
That's
said
what's
I
going
did.
on here. He's like, oh yeah.
I mean, listen, Kai, you're still dumb with what you were saying.
LJ
too. It's
confused
do they make
January
math?
with
I'm
November.
sorry.
Of
Dumb
course
in
it's
their
not.
own different ways, okay?
Yeah.
Be quiet, dummy.
I think I wasn't specific, and LJ literally does not know basic math. That's what I'm getting.
Listen, I know that
continue.
2 plus 2 is 22. Okay, so stuff.
Wow.
Wait,
Anyway. What about this?
I am good at my
hold your
letters.
horses there.
Talk.
I'm sure you are.
Alright.
I is.
Well.
I very too.
Let's ask Shadowgear and Alieraah.
Hey, side note. You ever? Yeah. Okay.
I feel like we used up all our good questions before.
No, I mean, okay. Let's
So,
we should talk about something that's like actually relevant to all of
Alright.
us, since we're all YouTube creators. There's some of these policies coming out.
Right, yeah.
That's like that's kind of
there
a
is
deal.
a big air of negativity surrounding YouTube right now, which is always interesting to see because no matter how many times YouTube messes up, it doesn't seem like people ever are truly disillusioned with them to the point of wanting to leave or protest or demand change. Except for now. Now's a pretty big deal because a lot of big popular YouTubers are making videos about this subject. Let's address it even though it doesn't really apply to us. It's this recent policy of if your content is not deemed...
Hmm?
This policy's been in effect
It's
since
true.
last June.
Right. It's a recent Sorry.
Implement.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It's just more transparent.
Yeah,
now.
no, they added a notification system that will tell you when they've stopped monetizing.
That's
stuff.
what I meant.
Right. And so, therefore, that's what's brought
Okay.
this into the limelight that people started getting these
Good
notifications.
distinction
But
to make. It
continue.
is the process
going
of demonetizing content on YouTube that is not deemed advertiser friendly. That's the key word they're using. So stuff like if someone talks about controversial subjects, like politics or religion or general controversy, it
Or
may
just
or may
stuff
not
in the
be deemed
news that's
advertiser
unpleasant.
friendly. If someone uses strong language, it may or may not be deemed advertiser friendly. Stuff like that. I forget the whole list of criteria. But violence. Yes.
Violence. was
General
another one.
stuff like
So-
that. Content that YouTube may deem that they cannot market to their advertisers and have it actually make a return. They may deem to just pull from the monetization system entirely.
So this means 3 things. 1, YouTube sucks. 2, Vessel is fantastic. And 3, this will not affect us at
Well,
all.
Wait, whoa. Why does YouTube suck because of this?
No, YouTube.
This is-
YouTube does
This is nothing different from what already happens with television.
exactly. That's
mean,
it.
Where people
Yeah.
paying
That's
for
why it
ad
sucks.
space can say, hey, I don't
Yeah,
want
I
it
mean,
to air during
I
this
didn't
show.
say television didn't suck too.
Yeah, it's like that. That's something that's bad about television. I feel, and that's something bad about YouTube as a whole. That they're trying to make it more like television. Television is a very
is-
old way of
Yeah.
doing media. We would never be able to do all of us in this room. Would not be able to do this if we had to go through television. We'd have to pitch to a network. We'd have to do all this stuff.
Of course
never.
not.
YouTube enables this kind of more opinion-based, average Joe content coming out of people.
Well, I mean,
So-
it's this whole idea that you can make the content. It's broadcast yourself. That is their tagline.
Right.
So
And your
I'm not-
audience finds you.
I'm fine with TV, okay? I don't have a problem with TV, but however, they because it's on a large scale, and it's supposed to, be for everyone, it has to be on a particular level. After the green shed, that's when obviously everything more inappropriate comes out. I have a feeling that YouTube isn't going to implement something like that, like a greenhouse or a green shed, or whatever it's called. Watershed, sorry. So at that point, it's just TV, but with no green, like watershed. So it's just for everyone. And that kind of ruins particular
it's basically
genres.
the situation. I've seen
Television.
the word censorship being thrown around. It's not
It's not censorship.
strictly speaking.
Not at all.
What it is
However,
instead
it
is
demotivates.
there are people
freedom
on
of speech,
YouTube,
though.
large people, popular people, whose entire livelihoods and entire channels rotate around talking about current events, reporting on news, both internet-based and in the real world, not all of which may always be entirely advertiser-friendly. So there comes the point where would they have to censor the topic they report on, censor themselves, or risk getting their livelihood?
Yeah, that just doesn't seem fair to me.
Yes.
It's really funny.
Yeah,
Not
see, it just
particularly.
puts people off from talking about things like that, which is really bad, because that's important, that people
How-
need to know about things that are going on in the world.
If it's a legit topic, yeah, but think about how many of these really big
Oh,
channels
yeah.
are just drama.
Most of them-
Doesn't matter.
All of them are.
That doesn't matter.
YouTube's probably
Literally,
doing this.
yeah.
That is a subculture
yeah,
that has
okay.
grown very popular in recent time.
I'm
It has, and that shouldn't matter, though. It shouldn't matter if the quality of the content they do is good or bad. The problem is that YouTube is able to select what they consider to be good or bad, and those things are not clear. They're not clearly defined. They do not have an active list of controversial topics that are too controversial to cover, so do not talk about these. They do not have a list of what counts as being controversial. Do you just have to mention something that's controversial? Do you have to have an opinion on it? Can you just say this happened? Or if you give your opinion on it, that's what makes it controversial. Or if you make fun of it, it becomes controversial. What is this line? Where does it come from? I don't think the quality of the content should determine what YouTube is doing
well,
with this, because this is a very dangerous thing they're doing by picking and selecting certain content and deeming them to be worth monetization and not monetizing, because that could have a bias in how the media is presented.
Well, here's the thing. I've been keeping an ear to the ground about this, and I've been hearing a lot of people that, not just commentary channels, but actual YouTubers channels that have been talking about mental illness, such as depression, have been taken down. Which is bad, because that's about mental illness.
That's bad.
Yeah.
Like, that needs to be an awareness
like, not
about
only
that.
is that health
Like,
related, but it's science related, it's educational. Like, why is that getting slammed for that?
The issue I have is that they're treating every video the same. It's just because that's YouTube, there's no people behind it, it's just a system. So there's no judgment on a personal level, it's all just one thing. So
Right.
things
And
are not judged correctly.
And it's also like,
Well, you see, the thing that strikes me as funny is that everyone's up in arms about this, like it's such a bad thing, when really it was already in effect. The reason it's come to light now is because there was a change that made it easier to make appeals for this sort of thing. That's just what I find kind of ironic.
it is.
about the
I
whole
mean, it's
situation.
ironic, but in the sense that it's like, in the same way that, like you could say, it's like when it's found out that the government was spying on us when Snowden revealed it. It was kind of the thing where it's like, whoa, and people were like, well, this has been happening the entire time, and now they're making either like it's no. The fact is, it's been going on this entire time. That's what people are in arms about. Is that YouTube did this, and they were taking away monetization for people, and they weren't notifying anyone. And now they've kind of gone through that thing where it's like, oh, they're trying to make it easier, which, I mean, it's good on them that they're trying to, kind of solve this problem to begin with. But the fact that they have this power and the fact that they have, and they're using it, is very worrisome.
Well, here's
Now
the thing.
keep in mind two things, because one thing, they do own the site.
It's a private
They
business,
can
and they can
absolutely, within every
Right.
legal sense, do this with no repercussion. It's no different than our site.
Yeah.
In fact, they could just absolutely outright go, all right, we do not want you talking about kittens. No cat videos whatsoever. And they'd
Well.
be perfectly allowed to do that.
Rip.
Right. The concept is not like, I think the thing that is brought to the forefront is not that like YouTube does not have the right to do this, because they totally do. The thing that's brought to the forefront is that we really do not have a competitor to YouTube.
Yeah, that's what I was about
And
to
so
say.
the more that they try to
YouTube is a
press-
Yeah,
monopoly.
unless people start
Right,
moving
they have a
to
monopoly
some other
on online
video
video.
hosting site,
We know a good one to go to.
Vessel.com.
Vimeo.
if you are a content creator, you can also sign up in order to be on Vessel as well, and they will import your library of videos, so you don't need to worry about re-uploading everything. They're able to get that done by yourself. So if you apply for that, you get approved. You can talk to them. Honestly, it's a good alternative now, because right now what we're seeing is that YouTube is now abusing its monopolized powers. Not abusing, but like, they're able now to, like, not only they don't just say we reserve the right to do this just in case of special circumstances. They are doing it, and because they are doing it now, it's brought to the idea is like, whoa, they don't have a reason to not do this. They don't have a reason to be on the creator side as opposed to the advertiser side, because there's no alternative for the creators. What are they going to do? Go off YouTube? Not find that audience?
Well,
Find their own
here's the
sponsors?
thing:
Exactly.
is that like YouTube.
No, I'm saying they can find their own sponsors.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's easier said than done, too. We've talked about finding your own sponsors, and it's one of those things that it's great to say, oh, we'll get our own sponsors. But the amount of, like, money that, gets us, the amount of, like, publicity that'll still get us, the amount of revenue will get us. Like, when you have sponsors, that means you get the same amount of money no matter how well your videos do or not. Which is kind of it's good if you have some, like, a low month, you don't make a lot of great videos, but sometimes you'll do a massive top 10 rarest Lego minifigure video and you get the same amount of money, and it's like, okay, well, I would have liked to get the return on this massive, not viral video, but like within the Lego community, very popular video. So you don't get rewarded for doing better content, and you get punished for doing worse content, and that generally leads to you just doing worse content.
Yep.
But we all know partly why YouTube's doing this, and it's simply because they need more money and they want more money. I've read up somewhere that it's probably out of Google, YouTube makes the least money out of YouTube.
Really?
Well,
Out of the Google, yeah, no, that makes a
Oh,
lot
yeah,
of
Out
sense.
of
sure.
Google, YouTube makes the least money out of all the different systems.
Right. And I feel like the thing that needs to be, like, addressed with YouTube is that YouTube, it's letting itself become more like TV, where really TV should be becoming more like YouTube. The idea is that, like, the internet provides you with a new form of entertainment, unless gatekeepers. There's no people, like, locking and barring your entry from being popular, from making your own content on YouTube. The only thing that's stopping you is you. But now we're getting to a point where the only thing is stopping you is YouTube and, some other, and the advertisers. The advertisers are trying to pressure YouTube into making it more like television, where they have more say over the type of content that's produced, the type of content that gets sponsored, the type of content that gets, that is, like, inspired and incentivized to be produced. That's not where we want to go. We want to have the type of freedom we have right now. And so it's worrisome.
Yeah, and the
that
real
YouTube's
question
doing
is
this.
YouTube going to realize this? Because we've seen with other, platforms on the internet that if the website pushes a little too far and exerts a little too much control, people will leave. They will find a new platform.
Totally.
Yep.
Right. Unless there's a monopoly. The thing is that, like, there's not always a new platform right now. And we've been committed to Vessel for a while now, and I do think it's, especially for creators, it's really great. But it is also, like, you do need an audience there. Like, some of our videos won't get as many views just because there's not as many people watching it as there would be on YouTube.
Well,
because YouTube has that monopoly right now. So, like, if YouTube doesn't realize it, no one has an alternative to go to. No one's going to jump ship and go to the other video site. I don't really know of any other video sites outside of Vessel.
I mean, there's several, but they're all very unpopular compared to YouTube. The thing is that this will cause if YouTube does tighten their grasp on the rules, then it might actually cause external interaction, people creating new platforms. Like, I could see someone with a big YouTuber who has tons of money making a platform. It would not surprise me at all.
Possibly.
Like,
they would be
I
great.
wasn't Discord kind of made because of Skype
yeah,
sucking?
exactly. Like that
It
kind
is
of
true.
Discord
thing.
has certainly capitalized on the downward opinion shift on Skype. I believe that these...
they do not make it any secret.
No, I believe these other video platforms should definitely be capitalizing on what's currently going on with YouTube.
Well, okay, let's make one more thing clear though. There's a difference for the people that use YouTube, the creators, and the people that view YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
That's the big thing that's keeping us from moving on. When Dig did a whole site, like, redesign, people left Dig in droves. Dig is now, and they went to Reddit. and now Reddit is big. The reason why that worked though is because Dig did a thing that was unpopular among all the people that use Dig, and so they went and found a new site. This thing is really only unpopular creators. And even though creators will leave, there will be other people to take their place if the platform's still popular. A lot of the normal viewers, and other people that view YouTube, so many people, everyone you know watches YouTube. Alright? Everyone you know in real life does it. Not everyone's aware of this going down because it's not a relevant issue for them. They're not creators. They don't care that their videos are being unmonetized.
Well, I'm
They
sure
don't care
people
that
will
this thing
begin
is
to
kind of
realise
going
when
away.
all that's left on YouTube is toy channels about cutting up gummy bottles.
Yeah, fair. You know, I mean, like, I'm sure they'll do it eventually. It just won't be soon enough for the creators. It won't be soon enough for us.
Yeah. Well,
We
thankfully,
will
it's
still
not
need to
going
make money,
affect
and
us,
especially the people that make the drama.
but-
Yeah, I mean, it's not going to affect us.
Yeah,
Like,
not
the
saying
people
all
that make
toy
drama
channels
videos,
are
they're
bad,
done.
but a lot of them
they're
are
done.
not bad.
What about these guys?
Essentially, we need to
Yeah.
go on strike. There needs to be a YouTube
Honestly,
strike.
yeah.
But like to what end?
It's hard. It's hard to do a strike because the moment the moment PewDiePie's like, I'm going on strike, the next popular Let's Player is going to be like, oh, well, I can.
No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, it's like, I'll be the new. They'll take advantage of it. You know, no one's.
YouTube isn't unionized.
Yeah, it's exactly.
YouTube is a dog-eat-dog world. Brutal.
It's true.
So.
Yeah. I was listening
Basically
to a
just
video
wanted
and
to
it was like,
inform everyone.
YouTubers milk everything that could possibly be milked, so
So like and
There
subscribe.
you
get that ad revenue.
Like this
Follow my Twitter.
conversation right now.
It's easy to milk when the world is your cow.
I live on a
And
cow.
on that note, yeah, basically just wanted to inform everyone that this was a thing that was going on with any changes that YouTube ever makes, with site designs, with policy changes, with monetization, just with general consumer-friendly or anti-consumer mindsets and shifts in their business philosophy. You should always try to be informed about it because you are the people that can make a difference about it. So keep that in mind, and going forward, you know.
Don't you dare.
Wait, what am I saying?
I thought you were about to launch into another speech, and like
Oh,
all
no.
the fans are gonna go.
I don't
"Oh,
have a lot to
that's
say
so
about that. That's
amazing."
basically just what I gotta say. Stay informed. It's just like real world. Internet imitates real life. You gotta be informed because you gotta use the people that can make the changes.
Yep, stay vigilant. Don't freak out. Just, I don't like it when people freak out this early.
Panic!
Change.
Freaking out!
Well, there are people that are like, oh no, YouTube's doomed. I'm like, well, don't worry yet. It's not, I mean, this could be an absolute disaster, you're right, but nothing too bad is happening just yet. Just stay calm until the pinnacle moment. And then it's assured. Then you can panic, but right now it's just stay calm.
What if I want to panic
Until
now?
they've announced the YouTube
Oh
stars.
no. Wow.
They're really
Nice little
zigzagging
Constraction
action figures.
PewDiePie.
Oh.
Constraction.
The little Constraction
Mega Blocks
Markiplier.
PewDiePie.
Hey, I would maybe go for Total Biscuit.
Oh man, alright, well, enough of this.
Aw, come on! Don't we all want that Constraction Keemstar?
Let's do it. Constraction.
And his
Abort,
DJ
abort.
and treadmill.
Constraction Keemstar.
With,
Good grief.
with every Keemstar Mega Box set, you get free popcorn.
Okay. Well, thanks for listening, guys. I don't really want to end just yet. I feel like we haven't had enough conversation with our guests here.
Hello.
But
Yeah, I mean, we can go a little.
What do you mean? It's been an
A little
hour and
longer.
15 minutes. I'd say that's a long
I
time.
mean, as long as your guys are okay with it.
No,
I'm here.
We can hear from you.
what's going on with you guys? Got
Yeah,
anything you
I'm
want to
fine
talk
with
about?
continue.
What's
Got
going
any?
on?
Oh no! I'm completely against.
Got
it.
any things
Get
you want
outta
to
here.
plug? Any things you want to shill?
Oh boy, Molly has been making a ton of mocks as of late. So many.
You really have.
Nice.
I've been seeing them all go up.
Oh yeah,
They're
you don't
really
even
great.
know. I built an entire mock in one sitting yesterday. Don't even ask me how, but it happened. That'll be
How?
up soon.
We used to.
That's always fun.
It's like
I will
I am.
You see,
I
I
am
suck at mocking, so that's
currently
the only way I ever go
prepping
to
to
the
move
one
back
sitting.
to university on Monday, so it's like, and I can't bring my Legos with me, so I'm kind of like cramming in as much as I can last minute. Yeah.
Oh, I totally did. They're all here.
Yeah,
right
I have
right
way
now.
too many to bring, so it's not really an option.
No, that's fair. You look like you have a way more.
Likely.
amount of stuff.
So I have a small predicament that I would like some advice on. So
Bring
I
it.
just got around to
okay.
sorting my my Brick Fair haul.
Break up with
My Brick Fair haul.
Right.
Mostly system primarily, and I have a very large tote in which I carry a bunch of sorted out system pieces. Like, oh, here's like one width style plates, one width style tiles, like bricks of this size, bricks of that size. I'd love to sort by color, but I don't have the space. And this is the situation. I've hit a wall where I have a large tote with a bunch of small Tupperware-like containers on the inside, all sorted up by type. That is now full. And so I'm debating on just getting another large tote and just creating more of a mess, or just straight up investing in drawers. Do I want to live
the drawers.
Do I want to live the drawer life? So that's a big investment.
I would.
Yes, live the drawer life, please.
I would shift to the drawer life. Y'all probably have a happier time.
The drawer life. The drawer life is honestly like
Yeah,
It's
I mean,
honestly-
listen, if you have any extra pieces,
Oh yes, I'll put all my red and blue pins off to the side for you. That's fine.
Yeah, give him red and blue pins.
so that's how it's
Give all your
gonna
excess
be.
parts to VAR. I'll
Okay.
send them back. JK. He still has Kai's
I
parts.
sense some saltiness here.
Okay, listen, Venom. I was over at Var's new place before I left that side
Share
of the
bed.
country, and Venom had left. Shadowgear, Alieraah, you guys remember a BZ Power? They were doing that fundraising thing, and they had like the bins.
Oh,
of
don't
Bionicle
remind
parts
me,
and
that
said,
was a
"Hey,
mess."
Give us any amount of
Oh
money
my
for the bag.
gosh,
That was the best.
Okay.
Oh, I need to
brutal.
post a video for that.
Well,
That was
Venom.
brutal.
Venom got in on that like a kid in a
He
ball
did.
pit, and he just went nuts. He got a whole bunch of pieces when he got them in a bag. He made the fatal mistake of leaving it with VAR. Now, for those unaware, anything left with VAR effectively stays with VAR.
He still has Kai's
Tits.
leftover
Oh,
parts
boy.
from New York Comic Con 2014.
See, okay, no, it's not even leftover parts. I sent them. I didn't like, oh, whoops, here you go. It's like literally I sent them for him so we could do the reviews. And he's like, I'll send them back to you. I'm like, okay. I have still not gotten it. It's 2 years later. Still have not gotten it.
Bionicle is finished, and I still haven't got my 2015
Literally-
pieces.
This is before Bionicle came out. So my parts have been gone the entirety of Generation 2. I have not gotten these parts yet. I never had these parts for Generation 2.
Oh, man.
That's almost as bad as Mange not being here for the entirety of Bionicle.
It's true.
Yep. He's gone. But
Indy's
what
mission
I would
lasted
recommend
longer than me, too.
to answer your inquiry is yes, go with the drawer life. I think you'll be
Oh.
a
Yeah, I
happy
do not regret switching to drawers at all.
You just brought me back
Yeah.
to the moment of that BZ Power donation thing, because like I was arm deep with the Viper, and I was afraid I was going to hurt you, because I'm just like
It's okay. It's alright. I was alright. I stood on my own hair by accident. but
Oh,
that
no.
wasn't your
It's
fault.
the-
That's why I get having long hair, I guess.
Can safely say I've never done that. But I did, like, I stood off to the side because I was like, this is a little awkward. And then I saw a Manus, and I was like, I'll take
yeah,
that.
you,
Yeah.
Yeah, there was
I'm
like a bunch
man,
of Manuses
like,
that people ignored. That was
You're like a drug addict, Kai. You came over to me, you like hobbled over. You're like, "Hey, LJ, you got any money?"
Well, alright, I asked if you got any cash.
Listen, man, I really need some money. You're sitting there, you're scratching your neck. I gotta get some Bionicle.
Hey, man, first one's free.
That was true. Oh, here's the thing. Like,
Nice.
I ran out of cash for some unrelated reason. No, it was very related. It was
That's
because
like the
stuff didn't happen.
That sums up your life. Hey, Kai, how you doing? I ran out of cash.
I
Well,
had to
okay,
pay
listen.
for his
I
gas.
could explain. I could explain why I ran out of
So
cash.
much for being
but I
the
didn't do
Tower
that.
of Green.
Yeah. I had to pay for
Yeah.
Kai's gas one time. That was fun.
You did, but I also drove you around
You did.
everywhere, so you're welcome.
Yeah, Noel wanted to sit with Kahi.
Literally no one.
I
Because the party
literally, I sat with Kahi too.
I-
I,
I
was
You
sound
did.
kind
No,
of
no.
fun.
Hey, you're a good friend. You're a good friend.
like, I
Actually,
was fine
I mean, like,
with it. I was like, hey, we've got Kanye West. We've got
we
S.
did.
Hey, we got AC.
Oh. Gosh, you listened to Kanye West?
We did.
Dude, Kanye West is so
It was
great.
fun.
Oh
It's
my
like he was so
goodness.
awesome.
Well, okay,
Old
why am I
Kanye
not-
West,
why
not
does-
new Kanye
this
West.
should not surprise me.
I've actually got I Am a God on my iTunes now because
Oh, me too. I have I Am a
Virginia.
God. I got Gold Digger. I got Black Skinhead. I got all the great Kanye West songs.
every time I
Kanye's
listen to
best
it,
Kanye.
I just think of that one time on the way back from like me getting my phone, and it's like
Yep.
Just us listening to "I Am a God."
Oh yeah, no, I love that. That's like my new anthem.
And whenever I go to Messa, I'm like, "Hey Messa, guess what?" He's like, "What?" "I am a God."
Oh man, those fun times. My favorite part was every time we had to make an unrelated trip back to Brick Fair, which we had to do a lot for a lot of different reasons.
Yeah.
We would always just
man.
pop in and say hi to Shadowgear, and he was like, "I thought you left already."
We would like,
Or
we'd
like
all
Lady
go
K
here.
or someone was
Yeah,
like,
seriously,
"Hey."
it's like you guys were following us or something.
No, it's just we kept having to make random return trips to places. We just we wanted to leave. We just always kept coming back for some reason.
You don't leave
Because
Brick
we kept forgetting things.
Had to get the phone. Oh wait, no, I had to go buy Tahu. Oh no, wait, we forgot there was a panel or something we had to watch. It's like we just could not escape.
Oh yeah, the Bionicle tragedy. What was it? Tragedy in the Bionicle.
Which we
community
had no
panel?
idea what it was.
Lego
We're like,
community.
we don't know what this
I
is.
still don't really know what it was.
Yeah, I was gonna ask what that even was.
I was there. I still don't know. Yeah, I honestly I have no idea. I think Vars saw more of it.
Vars
We kind
saw
of
it.
You
left.
seemed just
Sorry,
as
watched
clueless
it.
as I was when I asked.
Yeah, it's like yeah, it was just kind of there. But then we went. Then we saw the Bionicle. We saw some other panels.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know for a lot
We
of
still
time.
got to get
I
our
miss Brick
panel
Fair.
out. Or I hope it gets released. I don't know if we're gonna put it out or what. I have no clue.
I think so. We're working. We're working on so many things behind the scenes. We have a lot of vlogs. I filmed everything.
Oh yeah.
You did. I'm so
I'm editing.
glad you did, though, because my phone literally was the most unreliable rubbish I've ever used. Like, every other minute it'd be like, storage is too full, but I have enough storage to film something on freaking the video, but no, the pictures are way too much space. It's like,
Evidently.
what? I deleted
Yeah, I
half
do
my
that a lot.
photos, which were actually decent memories. Thank goodness I put them on the computer first. And it's still like, oh sorry, not enough room. We're like, I just deleted 300 pictures and you're telling me there's not enough room for another picture. Are you joking? Like, it just drove me up the wall. So I'm glad people filmed it because
Oh,
my phone
definitely.
is an absolute nuisance.
We have an impressive catalog
You're
of
a
vlogs and
nuisance.
pictures we've just yet to release.
That Kool-Aid video was
How
a
about you
trip.
guys? Did you?
Just because I can't get the newest
Oh, yeah, the
iPhone
Kool-Aid
or
video.
snazzy Android, LJ, which, by the way, doesn't work because you weren't here on
Wait.
time.
Wait, what? No. Hold on. First of all,
Oh boy.
you tea-hating redcoat son of a biscuit.
Whoa.
I didn't use my Android as an
Android.
There's racism in there
Here's my
somewhere.
afro.
Okay, I say this every time you
Pretty
people
sure it was
bring this
everywhere.
up. The UK is not a race. British
None of them are
people aren't
races.
a race.
None of them are races. We're all part of
Technically,
the
none
same
of them
race.
are races. They're like phenotypes or something
Yeah.
like that.
No, it's nationalistic.
Italians have rights.
You're a dick. You're right.
They do.
8 to 11 Italians have rights.
I'm going back and forth between Italians have rights and the Constraction Keemstar, which I feel would be a really great title.
Yeah.
Alright, but yeah, I didn't use that as my alarm. I used my Lego alarm. It's a giant green brick, surprise, surprise. And my other phone as an alarm. And what
Oh,
do
a
you
brick,
think it's
like how
Android
you
by-
slept.
I don't have
Apparently.
anything against androids. I just think you don't know how to use them properly.
I have something against androids. They suck.
First of all, screw you! Have you been talking to Kahi again? I keep telling you that guy is a bad influence.
Of course we were talking
Androids
about you
are
while you
terrible.
weren't here. You were late.
Listen, I was sleeping. I work late. I am a working person.
Whoa, whoa,
are
all
at
right.
your work.
How do you tie cinder block shoes?
I mean, like, it's like, yeah, of course you're late, and you're sleeping, but that doesn't mean you weren't late. You say you're like the way you
Yeah,
say
but
that.
it has
It's
nothing
like
to do with my Android. Don't tell her that, Kai. Don't influence her. Her easily
I think
influenced head.
Wow.
I think
I
Your
didn't
phone
say
failed you
like I
because your phone
literally
is
don't
failed.
care.
That's why.
Like in fact, I'm
I
probably
care.
gonna get an Android because iPhones have not been good to me. Like every
Rip
time
the
I've got
headphone
one.
jack.
Oh,
Welcome
really?
to the right side of the...
yeah, because you don't know how to use them.
No, it's not because I don't know how to use them. It's because they freaking break. They're like
It's
the
come full
most
circle.
flimsy, fragile
You know-
phones I've ever seen. You put it in your pocket and it freaking combusts.
I don't know. I mean, I've had my
because
iPhone.
it can't deal with it.
No, no, you want to talk.
3 or
You want
4
to.
years
you want,
now.
Do I walk through a furnace? No, I put it in
It's been
Yeah.
super reliable
But-
for me, so I don't know what your problem is.
Maybe it's just me, okay? But I am willing to try Android because iPhones have just not been useful to me.
Welcome to the right side of the fence.
What's
What
wrong
about
with
you,
that?
Shadowgear? What about you? What do you use?
What do I use?
Who, me? Oh,
Oh, I use Android.
Okay.
Android has not failed me. It's been perfectly fine. However,
What do you
I know
mean
how
it
to set
hasn't
my own
failed you?
alarm.
How many times has the screen on that thing broken?
Well, when you drop a phone in the toilet by mistake, the screen, of course, is going to break.
You dropped it in the toilet?
It dropped in. Okay, so when one.
That must be an
So
interesting
when
story
someone
when
is going,
your
okay,
cat's
look,
soaking
my phone is no longer in my back pocket. When your phone is in your back pocket and you go to sit down onto the toilet and it catches the bottom of the toilet seat as you are sitting down,
Oh,
it is
no.
rising up and then falls in, and then you realize, was that noise my phone? And then you get up.
Is that my phone?
When you get up and you look and you wipe, standing up, by the way. When you wipe standing up, you look in and there's your phone and you go, oh, this is my day. Oh.
It's like that gut punching moment when you realise something that you've just broken something really vital, and you're like, "Oh
Where's the
no!" You
closest
have to
rice?
like, dive in for it.
Oh.
I guess
Ugh.
that situation really stinks.
Wah, wah, wah.
That is the sound of no one laughing.
Yeah.
No one will drink the Kool-Aid
That's
on this
usually
one.
how it goes.
Nope. Not like that vlog.
Oh, so it turns out that video was wrong, by the
Oh.
way.
Oh?
Matt, so I'm sure you remember this. Do you remember I was telling you that I've never had Kool-Aid?
Yes.
Oh, I gotta change that now.
Do you have it?
I don't remember having Kool-Aid, but apparently I have.
Interesting.
You're not missing much.
Well, see what I found funny about that video, because when we were recording it, the funny thing that I thought was that we didn't put sugar in it. I thought that was the most hilarious part. But a lot of people in the comments are pointing out the packet was meant for like, what, a 2-quart size serving?
Oh,
And
no.
like, we put it in a small cup. It was very concentrated.
Oh.
Like, that whole thing was a train wreck of hilarious, epic proportions. You guys got any fun Brick Fair memories you want to talk about before we close out of this?
So I have a question.
Not that I remember.
Shoot.
So going through my Brick Fair stuff again, I was looking through some things and I'm like, why did I buy this? What was the dumbest thing that you regret buying from Brick Fair? It doesn't have to be at Brick
Radiac.
Fair. Why?
My Grenadier because I lost it at Brick Fair.
A corn
I bought
dog.
Radiac.
Why?
The Antros Avamotorn. So here's the story. I was walking along. We were at
Because
vendor's
the other
booth.
one was Solek and he
Yeah.
just couldn't handle
But
buying
the
it.
others were pointing to Solek during the yard sale at the table. He's like, Mesa, you should buy Solek. He's right there. He's super cheap. And I was like, no. I'm going to buy literally... I don't want to buy Solek. I'll buy anything
Anyone
else.
but Solek.
Literally anything else. And I saw Radiac was there, and I'm like,
Radiac.
I never bought him. I'd recently bought Antros. I could use the matching Matoran. I'll buy him out of spite. And he's
See
not
that?
too much of
I've never seen Radiac be written down, but like, is it like Radiac or is it just said like that?
I
'Cause
believe
it
it's
sounds like
actually
Radiac.
Radiac. Like, Radiac, whatever.
Like, it's basically the placement of an eye.
Yeah. Do I regret buying it? Yeah, because it's an Avamotorn, but I did recently buy Andros, so like I do
Oh, it's
have
better
that
than
matchup,
Solek.
So, you know.
Have you never had
I ended up
Angros?
getting 2 free Soleks. No, I did not.
Plus,
My
Messo's
greatest-
got like 3 or 4 Soleks at this point.
Yeah, like I had one that I bought that I sent to LJ to be chainsawed, but then I got 2 others as gifts, so I've combined them to form Ultimate Omega Solek. But to answer your question, my greatest Bionicle regret is that I didn't buy many 08 sets. I only got Kurox out of the Fantoka Wave.
A lot of 08 wasn't that great.
Yeah, but like it was the last year of the MU.
I
It was
liked
the
08.
last actual year with those characters and stuff. So
The
I kind of
vehicles
wish
are
I'd bought
great.
some stuff to commemorate it.
Oh
The
yeah, the
vehicles
vehicles
only
were
got
awesome.
Jetracks.
Killer.
Yeah.
Also, I don't have any regrets regarding what I bought. It's what I was not able to get rid of.
What?
Because I brought 2 items with me that I wanted to just give away because I don't want them because they're horrible things. One of them is a little My Little Pony figure, and
Aw.
I forgot I brought it with me.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
My time to shine.
I've told you about this. I tried to offer it to you in 18.
I wasn't paying attention. What's going on?
It's like I have this. Don't ask how I got it. I didn't buy it myself, but I got this little My Little Pony figure,
How'd you get it?
and it's.
Okay. Sounds familiar.
How about we don't get into this mess? So you don't tell us about your drug deals, and I don't
Wait,
tell
no.
you-
I want to hear. I want to know how you got it.
It was given to me by somebody else. So
You can
anyway,
probably guess who.
Someone very
By who?
close to
Was
his
this the
heart.
same person who gave you that hat?
yes, and it was actually. That's wow. very
That
good.
dang hat! You kept trying to
Okay,
burden me
I-
with it.
I tried. Yes, because I don't want it.
I don't want it either! It's not mine!
Yeah, so you think Viper's just like a trash can, basically? You just
Yeah,
throw
I
Or
all
an
want
the
it.
stuff you
actual
want on
trash
it.
can. They're not mythical
I mean, for
objects.
food, I'm a bit of a trash can, but not anything else.
Ow.
What I should have done was stuff it in her backpack when she wasn't looking.
Honestly,
and
I
then
would
be
have
like,
found it, man. I would have found
She
it,
put-
then
she-
like
I
put
don't-
it in
what
your
she took that
bag.
through customs? What if you like lined that with drugs and then sent it to her through customs? And she's like, "Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you wouldn't even need to put
You have
it.
to stay in America
You wouldn't
forever.
need
You're
to
going
put,
to
you
American
wouldn't even
jail."
need to put drugs in there. Just put a raw bit of meat in there, and then that would
Oh,
literally.
you're right. Yeah,
I-
That would
exactly. Yeah.
literally
I would've
put me
taken a-
in jail.
I would have taken a
meat?
slice of a banana and just slipped it into the hat. You would have been done.
Yeah, you got to
No, not
declare
even
all
just
your
a
fruits
banana,
and
like a
meats.
banana peel. So it's like it makes sort of a bit
Yeah.
of sense with the in joke. You can't peel a car. Like it's some form of
thank you
attack.
for explaining.
You can't peel a plane either.
I don't
No,
know.
you
Yeah.
can't.
But
As-
so I
I'm
have
sure
this My
can't
Little
appeal
Pony.
if they find something like that in my bag.
I got this little pink My Little Pony figure, and I have my hat, and it's this green knit hat, and
Is
I want to
it-
get rid of both of these things. And I forgot I brought the My Little Pony figure, and then I tried to give the hat to every member of TTV, and they just would not let me give it to them. They just wouldn't take the hat.
I'm a firm believer in the concept of just throwing away what you don't want instead of trying to pawn it off.
Well,
on
giving it
people.
to a charity shop.
Yeah.
There you
Like,
go.
what's wrong with giving it to a charity shop at that case? Because I don't want it.
Oh.
I don't need it, but I'm sure someone would have it.
I didn't think of
Give
that.
it. It's gonna go to a good home. I
Nah.
don't know.
Hey,
Come on.
Goodwill. It's Goodwill.
Yeah, maybe you can find
But-
some $2 Uxars while you're there. They're apparently at Goodwill now.
you know what? I kind of agree, but at the same time, I don't want to curse anyone I don't know with that.
You could
Wow.
make a small boat
See, like,
and then put it out to sea.
So you want to curse Viper
Yeah,
instead?
just give it a Viking funeral.
yeah, thanks.
I mean, she can handle it.
Oh, man.
Can she?
Okay,
I'm kidding.
fine.
She can.
Hey, Takuma, you want a hat?
No.
I'll throw in a free little my.
Little my.
I'll throw 3 little my.
He'll throw it.
Which pony
I think
is
it's
it,
Pinkie
LJ?
Pie,
No.
because he said it was pink.
Whoa!
Yeah, it was pink, but there's more than one. I mean, it could be
Well,
easily
Pinkie
one.
Pie's
I'm
like
assuming
one
this
of
is
the
one of
main
the blind
ones,
bag
so I
things
assume
like I've
it's-
got.
That's almost creative as Master of
We
Fun.
never did our TTV Talks about My Little Pony, and now TTV Talks is over.
Oh, we never did. Why didn't we do that? We watched the
Point that
episode
out.
and everything. We watched like.
Yeah, I know, right? Like you guys went through all this hoopla to get me to watch
Well,
it.
I guess it's time for
Yes,
a final hoorah.
I wanted to at least make it to 75
Finale.
episodes. But what was the thing that you most regretted buying from Brick Fair? Shadowgear, Alieraah.
I don't regret any of the $200 I spent.
None of it? You
Wow.
didn't regret what? You didn't look at it and just be like, "Man, why did I buy this dumb thing?"
No, because you know
Nothing.
what? The whole experience was supposed to be for having fun and wasting money on Lego, so that's what I did.
The one of the few things I regret is they had a bunch of small arcade machines over in the north entrance, and there was a claw machine that had like these plastic balls filled at random pieces. Spent $1, got it on my first try, opened it up by smashing the plastic ball because it would not open, and then looking at the pieces and just being
Yeah.
like, "Man, I don't need any fences. I don't need. What is this? I don't know." Also, going through,
That-
I also found like a bag of like 100 silver Exoforce arms, and I'm like, "Why did I buy this? I don't need this many."
You
This is
never know.
wasteful." You're right. You never. That's mocking in general. You'll never know. I bought all this Galdor. What am I gonna do with it? I don't know. You'll never know.
So what? What? You don't need that many fences? Is that
I
correct?
don't want to build fences. I want to build bridges.
I find
Aw.
that statement to be highly offensive.
And
No,
on that
you
note,
don't.
Oh my
You know,
god.
No.
That was
Time to get
terrible.
Ava
No.
That's it, I'm getting Ava cup.
all right, well,
I'm
Good grief.
offended.
as fun as this has been, I'm thinking
That's
it's
enough out of
may-
you, Construction
It's maybe
Keemstar.
time we begin the process of wrapping up.
Yeah.
But before we do so, Shadowgear6335 and Alieraah, if people wish to find out more about you, where can they go?
Well, for me, mainly YouTube. That's kind of my bread and butter. But I'm also on DeviantArt, Tumblr, Instagram, and Flickr, all under the username of Alieraah. So it's pretty easy to
Well,
find.
there you go.
Nice.
Can you spell that for us? Because
Yeah,
Phoebe might know
no,
how
I
to
get that
spell.
a lot. It's ALIERAAH. It's weird, but it
Yep,
works.
and it'll be in the
I'm like the
description
only
below
person
as
on the
well.
internet with this username, so if you find it, you found me.
There you go.
Yep.
Build your brand. That's great.
If you have a dumb enough
What about you?
username like mine, you can find the word. You type into the internet Shadowgear6335. You may happen to find my YouTube, which is my main bread and butter. You may happen to find my Instagram, which I'm using more often than I think I should be, as well as my Flickr, my DeviantArt, and my Tumblr. Don't go to Tumblr if you are under 13. Other than that,
I agree with that statement.
Or just don't go there
Or
at all.
don't go to the TTV Message Boards.
oh
Check out
yes,
boards.tvchannel.com.
I'm also on TTV.
Stop plugging our stuff with them.
us.
Sorry.
It's so
But
easy.
Shadowgear isn't your channel's URL Clockwork Tempest?
Oh, that's a whole other can of worms. If you want to find out why it's Clockwork Tempest, check out the episode of the Gearbox that entitles the BioTube War.
Oh boy.
Okay,
Wait,
that's.
I wanna group. We should group watch
It's
that.
interesting.
We should.
It's
Let's
shameful.
do it.
It's very shameful. Hey, you know what? When you're young and you learn how to use the internet for the first time and you don't know how to really talk to people, you make a lot of mistakes along the way. And
Oh,
a lot
yeah.
of people.
Oh yeah, that sounds familiar. And I'm
Yeah,
thinking,
that
I'm
sounds
thinking
fine.
3 letters. I'm seeing 3 letters. There's a V and there's a T and there's also a P.
Yeah, we've got a lot of people
know
who
where-
we've fought with over the years. We know how that goes.
It's a mess. But yeah, you can find me at Shadowgear6335 if you happen to find that username. It is most likely me. If not, then there's probably nothing on that channel or that account. So yeah. Look forward to
Fair
more
enough.
mocks and more videos from both Lyra and me. Molly and me. Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Well,
And again,
Meso, can we have them back again?
I would love that. Would you be willing to
guys
grace
want-
us
you guys
with
want-
your
you
presence?
want-
guys
you wanna
are always
chill?
Welcome here.
Thanks.
you guys want to chill like next week?
Okay,
Why next week?
back to Virginia. Let's go.
Because we're having a
Why
live.
do you
we're-
always do
we're
it?
having.
Make it weird.
I'm saying no. Listen, next week we're having a live stream.
Oh, I didn't even
And
know
I
so-
that.
thought that
it'll
was
be-
today.
We are?
No, we're not doing
We're
it today.
Doing what?
We're having an art live stream next week.
This is the first I've heard
Yeah,
of
I
it.
know, because we don't clear stuff with you guys.
I mean, I didn't hear about it
You don't
either.
run the
This
channel,
was
we
a
do.
date.
They didn't clear this with me. I
Meso,
didn't hear
you
about
were
this until
literally
like
there.
Here's what I
You were
heard.
literally
I
there.
want to do a live
Okay.
stream. Not, we're going to do a
Right.
live stream next week.
Well, what are we doing? Origami?
Well,
Like, what's going on?
There you go.
I don't know.
I
Art,
heard we were doing a
suppose.
live stream today.
I suppose it's an art
no,
live stream.
that's not what's happening. Anyhow, yeah,
Hey,
well,
can I
you'll
be
find.
on it?
Sure. You
Can
want
I
to be on
host
it?
it?
You're not drawing, so
What
it
if I
might be
do
a little
draw?
weird.
Purple says yes.
Uh,
you can host it.
Oh, she said yes. That's enough clarification for me. Awesome. Continue.
Purple, take that back. Just kidding. Actually, we'll be like, we'll actually be having like as many people as we want
Alright.
on there. So, yeah, maybe.
I'm a
I guess want to
people.
drop by, we'll say something. Yeah,
It has
it'll
been
be
a
fun.
pleasure hanging with you again.
Yes, it has been a fantastic
Hopefully we
time.
can
Always,
chat in the
always nice to be
future more.
happy talking to you guys.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
You should come on when we review all the
you.
Makuta mocks when the contest's over. That'd be
Oh,
that'd
you
be
should.
appropriate. I
That'll be
feel.
fun.
So, yeah, we'll see you guys in next time for the next exciting episode of the TTV podcast. Thank you for always your continued support in this post-Bionicle world of ours. Your support means the world to us, and we hope to see more of you in the future. Awesome Bionicle community. I'm Messinek.
I'm LJ.
I'm John.
I'm Viper.
I'm Tukumanuva.
I'm Shadowgear.
I'm Alieraah.
And farewell, everybody.